Hi, Internet. Remember, remember this show? Some of us do. It's been a while.
Remember
Uh,
What is
some of
this?
them.
What are we doing here again?
yeah.
I'm not even sure. Where am I?
I
Who am
mean,
I?
even when we're playing
We're
consistently,
stabbing.
I still don't know the answer to that question. So welcome everyone to Princess of the Apocalypse number 26. We're encroaching on that 30 episode mark slowly but surely. So welcome. It's been a little while, so we'll give you a brief recap for those of you who may have forgot, like myself. Yeah, we'll get to that in a sec. Just a couple of quick announcements. One, you can see our sponsors in the bottom left-hand corner, which are Elderwood Academy and Initiative Coffee Company. And if you're everyone but Bucky, you get stuff apparently from Elderwood Academy.
Yeah, they don't like me.
I have to reach out to Quentin and Dan. I'll see them next week, but I'll reach out to them now. So maybe they'll just bring it.
Hey, you just give it to Josh and have him give it to me.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll give it to Josh.
So to that point, PAX Unplugged is next week, end of next week.
I'm so jealous.
And I will be there, and Josh from Taking Initiative will be there, and my friend Sean, who plays here on Nerd Immersion every Tuesday, will be there, and Celeste will be there, and Renee from Fate and the Fable
so
Maidens will be
jealous.
there. And it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna be pretty booked, but hopefully if you guys are around and you see us, you can stop and say hi and maybe even play games with us. I know a bunch of us are involved in at least 2 of the Vampire Trilogy of Adventure League games. 2 of us are involved in the 27 table epic event. Then there's gonna be an not official, but we're gonna be playing it. We might stream it if things work out. I'm running a Buffy the Vampire Slayer game there, and we
I
convinced
love the Buffy system.
it's really good. You played in it now. I saw you played in it the other day, or a couple
I
times.
did, yeah.
Yeah, the cinematic uni system is a very unique system in that it only uses D10s, but it's not like Vampire, which is what most people think of when they think of a D10. It's designed to make combat and the whole world cinematic as though it were a TV show or a movie. Like, let's say, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the TV show, or Army of Darkness. Those are all set in that system. It's pretty cool. So I'll be running one of those, and if you guys are around and see us playing, you can feel free to just creep in the corner and hang out and watch us play. I also convinced Celeste to run a game of 3.5, so that'll be interesting.
That must not have taken very much convincing.
No, the problem is she was like, "Okay, roll your stats," and she's like, "We're gonna start at 6. I haven't decided if it'll be more." And I rolled probably the best stats of my life. I think I rolled 18, 17, 16, 16, 12, 12 were my stats, and I'm like, I don't know what to do because now I can literally do anything, and it's 3.5, so I've got literally thousands of options. So that's my life now, is going through all of my old books and be like, oh, that'd be fun. Oh, that'd be fun. And we'll see what happens. But that's enough about stuff that's not involving all of these guys. Oh, you know what? I guess I can say Davis was in our 24-hour stream in the cut short last little bit at the end there, and I feel bad. But the story just went nowhere. Everybody killed the whole story and destroyed things, and Davis came in fresh off the end of possibly one of the most weird roleplay based 3-hour sessions. But he was great. Davis was great. You should go watch it. They killed my boss in one hit. Or one turn, I guess. Yeah.
I didn't do any damage to anything at all.
But you cast that haste, which was important.
I didn't think that's what would happen, but that was really funny.
Yeah, 114 points of damage in one person's turn.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
Paladin. Paladin, level 8. So you're right there, Britt.
Damn.
Oh yeah, Brittany just did that.
Yeah, basically.
How many points of damage did I run for Arisi Kalanon?
Let me see if I have the numbers written down here. Let's see here.
I think that was between me and Igni. Igni did a shitload of damage too.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Van and Ozzy just showed up and they were like, "Oh,
I want to think.
Well.
Did I get the final?
And then I got choked.
I think you did. I think you got to do like one of these.
So I'm looking at my
I
notes.
did slice her throat.
you did.
I'm looking at my notes right
I
here.
came up from behind her.
Yes, you did."
I'm looking at my notes from last time. Let's do a quick check here of her HP, and we'll figure out who killed her and how. So she had 66 hit points. That was it.
Oh.
She's a wizard.
That's why we made light of her. 66. We sneezed 66 hits point.
Yeah.
I see 20 points. I see 32 points. So I see another 26 points. So somewhere in there, maybe I got a number 41 written down here. So I think that was the damage. 41 points. One of you did in like one hit, and that's what happened to Arisa Kalanoff. So anyway,
Good. She sounded kind of bitchy, so she deserved to get wrecked.
We'll never know her real story, so it doesn't really matter anyway.
I mean, she does have slaves working at her disposal, so I'm like,
yeah. I mean, I can't. Like I said, it doesn't actually matter now. So, what happened last time was the party they'd convinced one Wind Harrow, a bard who was in Arisa Kalanoff's employ, to defect to their side for some money. And they basically set up a whole plan. And for this group, surprisingly well thought out. It involved no digging of trenches or pickles. And they basically...
That's called progress.
Yeah, you're right. You guys are growing as adventurers.
You know, I think that depends on who you're talking to. That's a perspective thing.
that's also just a different strategy. We
So
did
to
not
some,
apply.
it's a failure, apparently.
No, it was just a different strategy. There's strategies for everything. Dirt pits were not one of them for this one.
Yeah.
Or pickles.
Wow, we started in a really weird place, didn't we? With you digging a hole.
Well, it was a
And-
great idea. Murder pit. Come on.
Come so far.
I think I
They
spent
can't
an
go
afternoon
anywhere.
setting up traps, but they didn't work, and they just walked in from another way anyways.
Didn't somebody fall in and they got severely injured,
No,
and we were just like,
pushed them in and they broke their neck.
Yeah,
oh, that's
you
right.
were
And
like,
just like, ooh,
you were
let's
like,
not do
we're gonna question this innocent person who doesn't really know what's going on. I'll push him in the pit. How deep did you dig the pit, Brittany? 10 feet. All right.
Snap.
1d6, exactly 1d6 points of damage worth of depth. Let's see what happens. He's got 3 hit points.
He was kind of a jerk, if I remember correctly.
They all were.
They were pretty sassy.
Whatever you need to do to justify the wanton murder.
There was still some mystery back then.
There was some mystery back then.
There was that dude we were chasing. What was his name? Did we ever find him? I don't think we did.
Not yet. He remembers. You might find him tonight. You never know.
I mean,
Yeah. Do we want to go
here's
to the
thing
stone?
about justice.
Here's the thing about justice. Yes. So basically, they bamfed in. They just murdered Arisi Kalanoff with little effort before Vanan started being choked out from an invisible force, which the party was able to destroy, which turned out to be her pet invisible stalker that she has there, air elemental creature strangling him to death. They dispatched that as well, and then they basically continued to systematically go through the remainder of the temple and plunder what they could plunder. And they saw the weird purple worm hole in the ground where there was the dead purple worm mouth up out of it with the dwarf bones in the inside.
Yep.
They basically cleared out any remaining cultists that they found. They freed the Jinn of his servitude, and he, in return, paid them with a minor magic item. Let's see. I think that was pretty much it. as far as things go. Yeah, they got some loot, some treasure. I think they got maybe a movable rod. There was a boomerang. There was an immovable rod. I think that was pretty much it.
Yeah. Oh, who took the boomerang? I took the boomerang.
You took the boomerang.
You have a boomerang.
Is that how do I stat that?
All right, yeah, I will tell you. Yeah, I'll tell you. I don't think I did, so I'll tell you that right now. So,
okay, I'm gonna put this right in. Hang on, let me put it on the sheet.
Let me get to because it's technically a magic item. So.
Oh shit!
I'll tell you what it does. Unfortunately, the one piece of it. Well, I got let me just read it. How about that? Let me stop talking, and we'll just read it. Oh, and Vanan got a really badass spear.
Yeah, it makes me even more aloof and not care.
Which
can't be more
I was gonna say people didn't think that was possible, but
I was just like, what am I supposed to do with this?
All right, so this boomerang is a ranged weapon carved from a griffin bone etched with the symbols of elemental air. When it's thrown, it has a range of 60, 120. So 60 feet short range, 120 long range. Any creature that is proficient with well, this may be the issue here. Any creature that's proficient with javelins is also proficient with this weapon, which I think a javelin is a simple weapon, but I believe it, based on the way it's written, it looks like it's... Oh, no, it's a ranged weapon, so it uses dexterity. On a hit, the boomerang deals 1d4 bludgeoning damage and 3d4 thunder damage, and the target must succeed on a DC 10 con save or be stunned until the end of its next turn. On a miss, the boomerang comes back.
Okay, so let me get that right. So it uses my dex.
Yep. And it's a 60, 120 range, so 60 feet with no disadvantage. Yep.
The damage was what and 3d4 thunder? What was the
1d4 bludgeoning and 3d4 thunder damage.
That's kind of awesome.
And it does it, and then it needs to make a DC 10 con save or be stunned until the end of its next turn. And if you miss, it just comes back to your hand.
Exploding boomerang? That's crazy.
But to that point, if it hits, it doesn't come back. It stays.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I will give you, even though it's not supposed to work that way, I'll give it to you this way because it's no fun if I tell you all this stuff and then it doesn't have it. So it could do that one more time before it needs to be recharged.
Okay.
And it needs to be recharged in an elemental air node. Whatever that is. Because you don't know. And that's actually a pretty common theme that you guys will pick up on as you go through.
My thing does a thing at an elemental air node.
It does, yes. A very bad thing, but a thing.
That's what it... Yeah.
But you'll see as... If you discover what these nodes are, the nodes do... Certain things do certain other things when they're exposed to a node for a period of time.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So to hit... So you're saying I'm not proficient in it?
No, a javelin is a simple weapon. And I believe... Actually, our rogues, they're not proficient in simple weapons, are they? They're just... Theirs is a list of things.
Yep.
So no, then you are not proficient.
So I just get the 5 dex with my roll.
Yes, you don't get your proficiency bonus with it. But it does say it is a ranged weapon, and ranged weapons use dexterity, so...
Right. Well, yeah, all of my attacks will use dexterity. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Tim. That's sweet.
It is called a storm boomerang. And it is obviously not attunement. And I think you guys... That was it. You guys were pretty much happy with what you had found and had no things you were going to go check on, I don't believe. You went through, checked everything, or cleared what you hadn't seen, killed stuff, picked up some loot, and then you were just going to leave, right? There was nothing else you wanted to circle back or look at or anything like that before we move on to wherever?
So. Not that I remember.
We were headed out.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you guys are going to head back out the way you came in, I assume?
Yep.
Just casually like
Strolling out.
throw it out, yeah.
All right.
Throw it out.
All right.
Montage.
So you guys walk back out the way you had come in. Oh, that was that episode before where Igni got messed up by a cloaker. Never mind.
Yes.
They saw the weird Walking Dead type door that was pinned shut and was a tomb. Yeah, and I think that was... And then I forgot about the Wyvern guy, so he was gone, apparently.
Yeah, he just vanished.
He just disappeared. He's a glitch in the Matrix. Or, I just forgot. So you guys... Alright, so you make your way back out. There's no crazy explosions or anything going on. You guys make your way back out of this temple. And you are now in the ravine. Because remember, you guys flew here from over on the top of Feathergale Spire. You wing-wared all the way inside. So you're basically at the base of this cliff, or at the base of this entrance here. And now the world is your oyster. What would you like to do?
I want to check in with my gremlin.
Okay.
He got stabled up, didn't he?
He gets to hit it.
Yeah. I mean, or you... I think that's what happened. I don't really remember what you ended up doing.
I think that's what Lilith would have done. I think she'd like...
So you guys went... Yeah, well, you...
Check on him. Make sure he's all right.
So you guys went to Feathergale Spire.
Oh, no. Yeah, he's at Feathergale Spire because we glided over.
Yeah, so we gotta go back there.
Come on, focus.
Yeah, what happened? That was weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys are basically at the base of this cavern, and you kind of look out over all of this kind of ravine canyon. You could see, I don't know, however far away it is, a couple 100 feet to a mile away. Up on the hill is Feathergale Spire from where you guys are. Let's see. Let's do it this way. I'll tell you, this is feet. 1,000 feet. Alright, so about a half a mile as a crow flies from where you guys are to Feathergale Spire. But you guys are down at like the base level of this gully in this big valley. So you're about from the top where you glided to basically, or the base even, you're about 500 feet down in this ravine. So the only way to get back up is basically you need to get out and go to the south, kind of along, and then work your way back up around to get back up to Feathergale Spire, unless you have some other clever means of getting back up there that I forgot about, which is entirely possible.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys had, secret flight abilities or, teleportation. I can
vamp into a wolf and like...
I can fly.
Yeah?
I guess they can fly me.
Am I stronger as a werewolf?
You, unfortunately, are not, because you were strong as... What's your strength modifier? Or your strength is what?
Not very... It's like 6. My modifier is +3, but I'm a 16 strength.
So in werewolf form, it's a 17, which doesn't actually do anything, I don't think, for you.
Yeah.
But that's what happens. So if you were weaker, it goes to a 17 when you become a werewolf. It just makes you that strong all the time. I
was gonna say, like, I could just carry Igni. I'm like, get on my back. And then
funny that you mention it. The one thing that it does impact is your ability to carry, as you can technically carry more weight as a werewolf because it's based off of your strength score. Because I think it's what is it, 20 times your strength score, or 10 times your strength score is what you can lift.
15 times your strength score is your carrying capacity.
Right.
Your lift capacity is double that.
Yeah. So
who wants a ride?
It's a little bit better as a werewolf in your hybrid form. So yeah, I don't know what your guys' plan is.
How high is the cliff?
So when you guys kind of come out, because you soared down, so basically you're walking out sort of at ground level There's it kind of crevasses down a little deeper, and there's a stream, which you guys would know as the Lost River, was a lot bigger further south and kind of trickles down into a small like tributary, or maybe it's probably the other way. The tributary goes into a larger river from where you guys are, and you basically will walk out at the base level in the Sighing Valley. And when you get out of the kind of canyon that you came in, it's about 2,000 feet, half a mile or so to Feathergale Spire, but it's up here, and you guys are about 500 feet below down here to get up there, and there's no straight shot this way. You'd have to kind of try to climb it, or you can go all the way south and around and then back up that way.
Okay, so I have a question.
Sure.
We're level 8 now, right?
You are level 8 now.
Do I get all the spell slots that I get when I'm level 8?
You get
I didn't erase anything yet.
You get, as level 8, you would get whatever the new slots were.
Okay.
So if you had, like, let's say, one level 5 spell or 4 spell, and now you have 2, you'll get whatever that difference is. So 1.
Okay.
Assuming, you know what I mean, whatever the difference, you might have 2 slots if you didn't use your 4th level spell, but...
Okay. So then you said the magic number, and I'm going to turn to the party, and I'm going to say, so who can't fly?
I mean, I can't
fly.
I can only fly for a minute if I'm real mad.
Well, can you fly to the top of the cliff in a minute?
Can the horde?
How high up is the cliff, Ted?
Yeah, if you're at the base going straight up, it's 500 feet, but you're also you got to traverse over about. I mean, if you're going from the base to try to go up, you got to go over at least, like, I don't know, more than a quarter of a mile of across, and it's not like a sheer drop. It's a little bit, and then like the spire itself is huge, so that's where a lot of the drop was when they throw people off. But to the base level is 500 feet vertical difference.
Could I just walk up that?
You can with shoes.
Yeah, I mean it'll take a little while, right? It's your movement speed to get up. I mean, or if you're gonna dash and whatever else, you'll get up there a little faster.
I'm pretty fast.
60. If we're dashing at 60,
but
help me with math. Is that even possible in 500 feet? And if the minute of 30 foot flying speed?
Well, you dash, that's 60 feet around, and that's 10 rounds, so 600 feet in a minute.
Yeah, it would use the whole thing, but yeah.
All right, yeah, I can do it.
Did you use it already, though? I forget. You did. You used it before you went into fight Arisi Kalanoth.
I think we rested after that, didn't we?
Did you guys long rest after that?
I don't think we said we just walked out. We can take a long rest if we want.
That's up to you guys, yeah.
Is that a long rest?
Yeah, it's a long rest.
Igni has a question. Why is it we are climbing this tower again?
Well, no, we have to get out of the ravine. We're currently 500 feet.
Oh, I see.
We got to get back up because we flew down.
And Feathergale Spire's nice now. Like, we're comfortable there.
Yeah,
right.
To give you guys a little bit of
better plan.
An idea here, if you were to try to go the way where it doesn't involve you climbing, where you kind of just take the southern path and kind of switch back around up to get up there, you're looking at 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, a mile, about 2 miles or so of travel around through this all the way around and up to get up there, or about a half mile straight shot if you walk and then just go up. I mean, it's 2 miles and you're adventurers, so that's really not that big of a deal, but it's whatever you guys feel like you want to do.
Well, I mean, like, we don't have to go up to Feathergale Spire. What if we just, like, is it possible to get to where are we trying to go now?
Our stuff is up there. Our horses. Do we have horses? We don't. Gremlin is up there.
Gremlin's up there.
To be fair, and I will...
and animals.
Yeah, okay. So I was gonna say, because if it was Gremlin, you could, you could just cast it again, and then Gremlin appears wherever you cast it.
Yeah.
But
John and
Copernicus.
Copernicus is here, but John and
John.
the
Geonid.
Geonid
And Geodude.
Yes.
Geonid
Yeah,
and Geodude and John are back at the spire because we flew, so there's no way.
Right. Okie dokie. Well, we can stand around trying to decide, or we can simply walk it.
I'm just gonna cast Long Straight around the party, and I'm gonna start walking towards the spire.
Okay.
So everyone's movement speed is increased by 10.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, we can just go that
Sick.
way then.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
All right. So, why don't you guys make me perception checks as you're making your way across?
Okay.
That's not mysterious, Ted.
It wasn't meant to be. Maybe. Who knows? We'll see.
18.
14.
7.
I've been
Give me a
using my
second.
hex chest.
12
Also good.
plus 18.
Okay, so basically everybody but Ozzy, as you guys are making your traversal from the gully that you're in up towards Feathergale Spire, you guys see amongst some of the rocks, you see there's a giant vulture that's just like picking away at some remains, and there's 6 hawk-looking creatures kind of circling over an area, kind of off and to your right as you guys are making your way there. That's about it.
Do we want to check that out? Probably not.
What are we checking out?
I would like to know what it is they are eating. Can we not? We can't tell from here.
Yeah.
It's kind of like off, like up and off. You can see them in the air, and you can see the vulture is big enough that you can see it. It's like the size of a horse. So it's picking away at some remains, so you can see it because it's fairly open terrain. But what it's actually picking at, it's hard to tell from this distance.
What is everybody seeing? I don't know what's going on. I rolled a 7.
Oh, oh, I see. I thought you were just being.
No,
Okay, guys.
I rolled
Got
a
it.
7. I
Okay.
don't see anything. I only see the inside of my book.
So, Ozzy, you see the large bird?
Oh,
Yes.
oh yes.
There are multiples. And
Oh,
more
no.
than likely, they are eating away at something long dead.
Well, let's not interrupt them because that's what they do. They're just doing their vulture duty. Nothing.
I
All
agree.
of us like,
Vulture duty.
I'm curious. The last vultures we had came from what?
can I sniff the air to see if I can tell?
Sure, make me
Well,
a.
I guess
mean,
I would just. No, I'm gonna.
Well,
put my-
Igni,
gonna be
if you really want, I can just turn you invisible if you want to go peek and then come right back.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
I do not need to be invisible. I just
Yeah.
go.
I'll go
Save
too.
your magic friend for when we really need to be invisible. Can I sneak over there and just scout and see if I can identify what they're munching upon?
Sure.
I'm gonna go too.
Okay, you guys both make me stealth checks, and then we'll see how you do with that.
When I get
I'm
a
gonna-
+1.
I'm gonna flip through my book because there is currently a spell I am struggling with.
Okay.
That would be a 30.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's
21.
All right, so you guys sufficiently sneak over in the middle of broad daylight with the sunlight shining down, somehow find a way to make your way over there unseen. And you guys
I
can
imagine the
make...
bunch of us are like, dun, 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 and we like roll across the ground into a shadow.
The dust is kicking up, but nobody sees it. It makes no sense. But yeah, go ahead and make me perception checks as you guys get closer.
No, that I'm not so good at. 16.
Okay.
Oh, perception checks. Sorry.
Correct.
That is 22.
Okay, so you can both see that it is picking at what looks to be some sort of humanoid remains. You're not sure what. And you can see that there's some, looks like rust-colored stains on the ground around these remains. And the creatures in the sky are significantly larger than your average hawk. They're not big enough to, say, carry someone away, but they are, you know, about the size of, like, a small dog. They're pretty nasty for hawk-type creatures.
Right.
This vulture is obviously picking away at some sort of humanoid remains, but Vanan, you can see, with your perception roll, hiding in stealth nearby, watching you with bows drawn, are 4 creatures that you may be familiar with, you tell me, but basically what look like large humanoid hyena creatures.
Gnolls? Yes.
Yes, there are 4 gnolls with bows drawn. Seeing you, apparently, with your stealth across, but eyeing the vulture area. But you guys begin making your way there.
But they see us?
You're not sure. They seem to be focused on the vulture area.
Okay.
For what reason, you don't know.
They have. Oh well, I guess I can't see them.
No,
I
they're
would.
pretty stealthy, surprisingly.
I would normally stop Igni and be like, hey, Gnolls.
But
I'm more aloof now, so I don't say anything.
So you don't tell me there are gnolls watching us.
I'm not worried about them. Ben, no, not worried about the Gnolls. They're not looking at us. They don't see us. They're caring about the thing.
They're interested in the buzzards.
They're interested in the buzzards. So Vanan just doesn't care. He's just like, Gnolls. Okay.
Okay. Well, if Anna doesn't care. So what we managed to get from the crime scene, we'll call it, is a humanoid body.
Mhm.
And there's rust on the ground.
Rust-colored. The ground is rust-colored. You could have...
Ground is rust-colored.
Yeah, you could guess that it might be dried blood.
I see. Okay. I misunderstood. Okay.
Sorry. Nope, there's rust monsters here too, I guess.
But that's why. That's why I was like, okay.
We'll throw those guys. We'll throw those guys in there too. Why not?
Wait, what are here?
I'm kidding. Nothing.
Did we handle a rust monster early? No.
You did. I think you did. Yeah, you did. You found somebody had him in.
Did.
I thought you did.
Yeah, we did that. That's a true story.
We'll say you did, even if you didn't.
So Igni, what do you want to do? What's the plan here?
It is disconcerting. It is human body. I wish a humanoid body. I wish we knew more.
Do you want to? Should we check it out?
I don't think that is a good idea. Would you like to join, body?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's like what we got, vulture.
I don't like birds.
Yeah, we could kill that bird.
Those are big ass birds.
We could kill those birds, though.
It's not about I don't like birds. They are gross.
We got vultures. We got the thing on the ground. There's also 2 gnolls over there. And
I'm sorry.
There's some really cool snakes chilling out over there. There was one snake
as in a large hill, or as in creature that was
like this big, and it had a cute little head, and it was swimming through pebbles and stuff. What's up?
Go back to the gnoll part.
What about the gnolls?
What gnolls? I see no gnolls.
They're gnolls. Can
he like point them out, or are they like super well hidden?
He could point them out, but that's up to him if he wants to.
It's like gnolls aren't cute little snakes. Can we talk about cute little snakes? Do you want to see it? I bet it's still over there.
Vanan.
All right.
Snakes. What are they doing? I do not see them. Point at them.
Well, I think they're just slithering around on the ground.
Or I put this dagger in your leg, okay? Tell me where they are.
They're right over there. I'm gonna go hang out with my snakes. This is ridiculous. I point out the gnolls.
There are 4?
He said 2, but you see when he points them out that there are 4.
I knew it. They always come in packs of 4. Always. All right. Ignium.
Metaphor. I don't care about gnolls. I want to play with snakes.
Oh, I could make a really bold move.
What could you do?
What
do you want to do?
Hey, Vanan.
What's up?
Do you have some of that candy?
Which candies?
The pocket candy. The sticky stuff.
Sticky stuff.
I swear to God, if you were out of candy now of all the times.
I reach into my cloak and I pull out some berries.
You have no candy.
I've got berries.
You always have candy.
I've got lots of things one would call candy. Hold on.
No,
Nature's candy. He pulls out some raisins.
He will punch you if you pull out raisins.
I pull out raisins.
No, the sticky kind.
Oh, the maple ones. I know which ones.
Yes, the maple.
Pull out the maple candies.
Okay, I take one and I get it all slobbery, and I stick it to my new boomerang.
That's gross.
And then I take my earring and stick it to the candy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna toss the boomerang up and above their heads. I'd like to see if I can pick up on whether or not they're talking.
Sure. Okay, you can make.
I know it'll be like a drive-by listen.
You can make me a perception check to hear.
Hey, Ted.
Yes.
Would I know if speak with animals would work to talk to the big vulture?
It would.
Oh shit, that's a good idea. 22.
Well, she's throwing a boomerang. I'm gonna cast speak with animals, and I'm gonna go talk to that vulture. It seems
okay. So yeah, Igni, you do hear that they are talking, but they're talking in Gnoll, which is a language that you don't understand, I assume. Gnoll is not a commonly spoken language by most races. And it just sounds like a lot of like yips and hype, like, kind of dog squeals as you hear that as like and it comes back.
Okay.
So you're like, okay, I'm gonna listen in on these. And as you throw the boomerang and like look back to Vanan, you see him just like walking out in the open towards the vulture.
Vanan.
And you cast Speak with Animals, and the vulture's like, it looks up at you and it's like, rah! And then it just keeps picking away at the bones.
I'm like, what you got there, buddy?
And it's just like, it like looks at you kind of weird with that one squinty buzzard eye as it's still like, and like the stringy flesh is like coming up, and it like looks at you as it like, it just snaps, like the sinew snaps, and it just is chewing, and it's like heads back, and it's like choking down the chunks of meat, and it's like food.
Okay. Cool. Is there like a stone nearby?
Yeah, there's plenty around, out and about here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a seat. I'm gonna go take a seat, sit down, take a load off, and continue to talk to this vulture.
I'm gonna stay hidden.
That's fair.
Can I see can I look at the gnolls and see how they're reacting?
Yeah, you look at the gnolls as 3 arrows impact you as those longbows are loosed. As you're just like walk across out in the open when they were clearly looking at the vulture, and you're like, hey, what's going on? Let me sit down and have a conversation.
A question. What did they roll for attacks?
A 24.
That one hits.
A 24 and a 25.
Wow, those all hit.
And a 6, so I'm not counting that one.
That one does not hit.
Yeah, I had a feeling that one did not hit. So we've got some long bows here. 5.
I don't think
10,
I can take all 4 of them on.
18 points of piercing damage.
18 points of piercing damage.
So you watch Igni as you're like, Vanan, come back here, as he sits down on the rock. And you guys, Ozzy, Lilith, you can see that, like, they're sneaking. And, like, you lose sight of both of them. You don't know where they went. And then, like, as if coming from some sort of shrouded nothingness, you just see Vanan just, like, walking over, talking and emoting at a vulture, sitting on a rock, and then as arrows impact into his chest, and you see one like bing, ricochet off a rock and splinter. I guess I need you to roll for initiative against some gnolls.
Can I sneak around behind them? That's my. They haven't seen me yet, right, Ted?
No, not as far as you know. So we will have everybody roll for initiative, and we'll see where that puts
25.
24.
25, natural 20.
Hey,
I got
that's
a
20,
9.
25.
25. What was Lilith?
9.
25, 25, 24, 9.
9.
It's okay.
All right.
We love you anyways, Lilith.
Somebody's got to take up the rear, right?
That's right. And at least you can intimidate them. Maybe they'll just run.
Well, I'm gonna bamf into werewolf form.
All right. So, Vanan, you are up first.
Can I see the gnolls?
You can, and you see them reaching for second arrows to knock onto those longbow strings.
How far are they from me?
They are probably about 80 feet from you.
80 feet from me, you say?
I do say.
I'll do a funnel Zephyr strike.
Okay.
Spell
You do
on
that.
myself,
Which
and I'll go forward very fast
how fast?
into the face of the closest knoll, or
Okay.
rather, in between two knolls, if I could possibly.
You could do that, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to get in between two knolls. And then I get in between the two knolls, and then like sort of like crouched, and I'll do like 2 strikes, but it'll look like 1 strike to everyone else, but I'm gonna stab them both, the knolls to the left and to the right of me, in the head.
Okay, let's see what happens.
The first one is a lot, over 20
Yep, that will hit.
to hit. And the spear is 1d4 thunder, 1d4 lightning.
I will tell you in a second here. I think it's a D6. Let's.
I think it's 1d6 lightning. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, remember it was like I think it's a +2 or +3.
+2.
+2. And these are humanoids because I think that ticks off one of your.
It does.
All right, where is the spear? +2 to attack and damage rolls, a D6 lightning damage.
So this is +13, 1d6 piercing, 1d6 lightning, 1d8 for Zephyr Strike.
All right.
So that's 4 and 4 is 8, and 8 is 16. Oh, I got an 8. Shit. 16 plus 13, 29.
All right. So you just go right through the head of this one, just dead.
And then like just like the one to the right of me, really fast.
Yeah, let's see it.
And this is just 2d6, no d8. But that's 11 plus 13, 24.
Both die.
Yeah. And then there's like a bunch of wind because I've got the wind spear and I cast Zephyr Strike, so it dealt wind damage, and it's like all the tall grass just went flat.
Yeah, in a very the Sighing Valley is sort of yeah, there is minor. It's almost old westy in a lot of the ways. It's kind of deserty, kind of dusty. Like little wind, like little dust devils could pick up, and you watch as this happened. There's like the funnel of dirt and dust as it around each spear strike. But because it's cool and we've sort of have a weird superhero anime mixture of things going on with a lot of the items in this game, like you do that, but it doesn't happen as you do it. You like write yourself, and then after the fact, you get as they die. The blood swirls out on the windstorm after you're like reset. That was your bonus action, your attack, and next up is Ozzy.
I'll eat a raisin.
Nature's candy.
I'll say that's the real nature's candy.
Boo!
What catchphrases we've developed here on Princess of the Apocalypse.
Lord.
Blood spirals, wind.
How far are we away from them? Me and Lilith?
Probably from where you're at, because they kind of went off to the side, and they were sort of more in direct line with your path. I'll say that they're probably about 80 feet from you guys, but it's straight on. They kind of went off to the side to check on this vulture, and then they're kind of more like, if you guys had gone walking straight, you would have walked right into them.
Okay, so do we see these gnolls though? Or where
They break the stealth that they had when the arrows were fired. You can see now 2 of them are clearly dead that Vanan just killed, and there are 2 left, and one of them seems to be a little bit better off than the others. It's wearing a chain shirt. It's got a glaive.
I'll look to Lilith and go, do you want to get in this?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of changing.
Okay, hold on. I'll grab on.
I'm like,
I go, okay, hold on. I grab Lilith and I dimension door us right next to Big Boss.
Okay.
oh, sick.
So you are.
She didn't understand what you were asking. She was like, what? Yeah, duh. Like, what?
Yeah,
what
as you're saying, yeah, duh. We just teleport right next to him and you're like face to face with him and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
And I go, have fun. I'm done.
Okay. That's it for Ozzy.
Thank
Iggy.
you.
Okay. How far are they for me to be able to sneak around, like, behind them? Have they stepped into the clearing?
They haven't really moved from their spot, but you do see Lilith and Ozzy just appear between the 2 that are left. That Vanan killed 2, so he's there, and then Lilith and Ozzy are in between 2 of them. The remaining 2. So they're about 80 feet away.
Okay. I will remove my earring and put it back.
Fair.
Remove the candy and put it in my mouth.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my boomerang.
All right, let's see it.
That way I don't have to make myself known, because I don't want to make myself known yet.
Yeah.
All right. At a 22.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
Whoop, whoop. Thunder damage, you get a con save.
I do get a con save. That is gonna succeed. Yeah, that is gonna succeed. So no stun, but it's
no stun. But he gets 2, 3. Come on, 3, 4, 5. He takes 7 points of total damage. So
one of the caveats for sneak attack is a finesse weapon or a ranged weapon, and these are engaged with your allies, so this benefits from sneak attack.
Is that 4? Am I at 4 now?
I believe so, yeah. 46 at 7.
Okay, well, that did much better. So, 30 points of damage.
Alright, so you throw this, and the other guy, not the one in the chain shirt, he just explodes in thunder damage as you impact him with this boomerang. The boomerang clatters to the ground right next to him.
His head just explodes.
Yeah, I would like Lilith, Ozzy, and Vanan to make me dexterity saving throws, please.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's fine.
no big deal.
Wait, we're all near Lilith,
Oh.
and we get +4.
You do get plus, yeah, whatever her.
Oh, okay, cool. So
Well,
that's
I rolled
25.
high as fuck.
Same.
I got
25.
an unmodified 20.
All right.
Damn.
And Ozzy at a what?
I got a 25 also.
Yeah.
I think you mean a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, yes.
Dirty 20.
All right, so you guys all managed to, even though you weren't expecting it, you do all manage to dodge out of the way of the blood, viscera, and brain matter that is splattered everywhere from Igni's boomerang attack. As she blows this thing's head up, you're all able to just kind of like, whoop, dodge out of the way so you don't get covered in gnoll brains.
And then I hide again.
All right, yeah, you can. I'm not even gonna make you make a stealth check because I doubt this guy's gonna make it to his next turn, but we'll see. He's also a little more focused on what's going on. His friend's head exploded, and there's 3 people in his face.
I don't know why I imagine it yellow. I don't know why it's a yellow boomerang, but it is.
Sure.
It is yellow.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the brains. I'm like, I don't want to know.
No, that's
He had rabies, actually. So it's good that you guys dodged out of the way, or you would have.
Our canine friend.
Yeah, you would have contracted rabies. You know what though? They make a vaccine for it. Which that's another thing that's still. That's not one. It's not a thing, but 2. Why do we have vaccines for rabies and Lyme disease for dogs, not for people? Anyway, Lilith, what's your AC?
Wait, people do have rabies vaccines, don't they?
But we don't take them preemptively. We take them like
take them after.
Like you take like a dog just gets one yearly, so they don't ever get it. But like there's
it's
Lyme.
like the flu shot for a dog,
right? But it's like we have Lyme disease shots for dogs, and like if you live anywhere,
we take that.
That's what I'm. Yeah, it's awful, and like most people have a pretty reasonable chance to get ticks. Like, why is it only for dogs? Because I thought that today, I thought that the new house that I'm living in, we've got woods in the backyard, and in the summer, when the dogs go outside, every single time they go out and come back in, there's at least 1 tick on both of them. So it's like why guys? Why internet? Why is there no Lyme disease vaccine for people?
Why do dogs be dogs?
Also, like they can just take a pill. They can take a pill once a month, or once every 3 months, and it just kills ticks. Like, the fuck. All right. So Lilith, what's your armor class?
With my shield?
Yes.
That's gonna be a 21.
So this Noel is gonna roll a 21. So he's gonna hit you with his glaive. He drops his longbow, and he pulls.
These Noels are rolling like gangsters.
They're rolling like Ted. That's what's going on.
Oh.
You're gonna take 8 points of slashing damage as he brings the glaive across your chest.
Isn't that reduced by half?
Oh wait! Werewolf. What type of damage?
You're right. It's not magic. You're immune to it completely. He's like, what? He doesn't say that, but it's more like a dog tilting his head. And he's gonna do it again because he's like, what? Natural 20, no damage. I don't understand. That attack was perfect.
I feel like I'm just like I'm like morphing with my hands on my head.
You don't understand, you don't understand the internal anime protagonist monologue that this Noel is having. Like, what? That was my ultimate attack.
I can't understand it because he speaks.
He's got like that rip,
and he's just like, what? Yeah, now it's your turn. What? I don't understand. That was my ultimate attack. How is she surviving? No damage.
I'm sure he hits me right on the back of the head, and I just I would like to finish morphing, mighty morph into Lilith werewolf.
Yeah, you do. So now you all see in front of you, not for the first time, but it never gets old. I believe we decided that you were a white wolf. Was that werewolf?
No, I'm a werewolf this
time.
No,
but I mean in your werewolf form. What color is your fur in your werewolf form? Is it white as well? So there's a white werewolf, human wolf hybrid, wearing moonstone armor. So not only is it a terrifying werewolf creature, it's a werewolf creature in armor with a sword and a shield.
Yeah.
And like this wolf is like, or this Noel is like, what is? Oh god! And it's your turn. So you are now in wolf form. Go ahead.
I'm gonna, because I can still fight with my fucking sword and shit, and I can bite and claw and shit. I'm just so excited. So I'm gonna actually, since I'm holding my sword, I'm going to slash at it twice. So first roll is going to be a 16.
That hits.
Tight. Second roll is gonna be a 16.
Both hit.
So that's 1d8. Give me my d8. I'm gonna have to run outside real quick. I ordered food, but never mind. They're turned around. Cool. They're lost, so that's tight.
Oh, good.
So the first set of damage that she deals is 8 points of damage. Damage.
Yep.
Damage. Oh shit! And then the next one's gonna be fucking 14 points of damage.
Damage. Oh no, he manages to survive both of these strikes, but now he's thoroughly confused.
Oh, I bet.
He's just like, what? How can this be? And
I love this anime Noel.
His story is quite a story. He's the best fighter in his village. He trained with, the great hyena to gain these powers, and now he's just gonna fall to a random adventuring party in the Dessarin Valley.
Hold on.
You guys, we have to maybe be a little bit preemptive here. Let's kill the leader in our bitchin' way that all of us knows how to do and let one Noel survive.
He's the only one left.
We already killed him.
You killed the other three.
So he can tell the fucking tale of us.
We can't because the rest of them are dead.
I was about to do that.
The rest of them are already dead.
You killed the other three, so he's the leader and he's the only one left.
Should we let him limp away?
Well, it's Vanan's turn, so...
I'm looking at him. What's his face look like?
Confused. Like, you know how dogs are like, what? Turn their head to the side and they just look like real confused. But imagine that it's a horrifying humanoid hyena man.
Okay.
That's got that sideways head tilt with open gashes across his body and like holding his glaive steadfast, but realizing that this wolf creature is completely immune to his attacks.
Am I scared of this wolf thing?
Of Lilith?
No, not of.
She's the wolf thing.
No. Am I scared? I'm not scared of this doll. I'm just gonna be like, I'm done with this. And what's the vulture doing?
The vulture it pieced when everybody started attacking.
Oh, so the thing it was chewing on is gone. Is
No, it's mostly still there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back over there. I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna walk towards back. So I'm just gonna walk.
All right. Well, he's got a glaive, so he's gonna
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Well, he's gonna make an opportunity attack against you as you walk away, since he's got the reach from the glaive.
Fine, man.
And he's just like, no, I will not die. I will take one of them with me. He thinks foolishly to himself as he rolls an 11 and misses completely. Vanan doesn't even turn around. He just like walks away.
I'm gonna.
You feel the wind of the glaive miss you.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Yeah.
And I'm also gonna cast Healing Word on him. And
Okay.
I'm gonna do it like I'm gonna grab my chest and then give him a finger gun. Like see you later, man.
Yeah. How much is he gonna heal?
So I heal set 8, and he heals. Sorry. And he heals 5.
All right. For some reason, you guys don't know why, Vanan's finger gun at this knoll as he walks away, the knoll's wounds seem to start to stitch. Very minorly. But, Ozzy, it's your turn. There's one guy left.
I also say out loud audibly.
I'm like,
I'm gonna go investigate that.
my face is just like dropped looking at Vanan, like, the fuck was that? And I'm just gonna walk over to Vanan, like, completely not caring, like, what are you doing?
I'm like, well, I'm not scared of this guy. The vulture was eating something cool. I'm gonna go check it out.
What did you do?
He healed the knoll.
He healed the knoll with a healing word.
No,
Why?
I'm just leaving.
So, yeah,
And
I
the
walk
knoll, the knoll looks like he wants to attack Ozzy with an opportunity attack, but he can't. What is happening?
He tried to attack me and he missed.
So we are or we are not in combat?
No, we are.
No, you are.
I just disregarded him entirely.
Well, he couldn't attack Ozzy. What is this feeling? Why can't I attack?
This is the beginning of the anime where like we murder these people, and then like after we're gone, the son of this Knoll shows up and sees his dead father, and then has like exacts vengeance on the party, knowing his only clue is the name the Dancing John somehow.
Yeah, somehow. It's left in the blood as it fell on the ground of the Dessarin Valley spelled out the name of my father's killer.
And actually, I thought Lilith had said that we were going to spare him.
Well,
a few seconds ago.
Anyway, it's Ozzy's turn, and you walk away. Are you doing anything else, Ozzy?
No, I'm just walking away questioning Vanan, like, what the hell are you doing?
It's just a joking suggestion.
All right, well, then,
Okay.
Igni, it's your turn. You watch.
Don't joke with Vanan.
You watch as Vanan heals himself in the thing and walks away. Ozzy walks after Vanan and it's like, what are you doing? The Knoll tried to swing at Vanan and missed, and now it's your turn. You're 60 feet away. Your boomerang's on the ground next to this Knoll, and next to the one with the exploded head.
Right.
I'm investigating the thing.
And I'm 60 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could close that with a dash, I think, with your bonus action.
That's what I'm thinking, but then I'm not. He'll know I'm there, right?
You still need a sneak attack though, because Lola's standing right next to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
He seems confused. The Knoll. You don't speak Knoll, but you get the feeling that he's confused.
Shit, I'm confused.
Me too.
So I know he's confused. So I guess I'll dash and make an attack.
Okay.
No, I can only dash. No, I can't.
No, you can dash as a bonus action and then still make an attack.
Oh, that's right. I can do it as a bonus action.
Yep.
Okay. Yes, I will do that then. This time I'm gonna do it with my dagger. My +1 dagger.
There you go.
Okay. That would be a 27.
Yeah, that is.
Okay. So let's start with this. So that would be 7 points plus. 27.
27 additional points?
27 total.
27 total, okay.
20 addition.
I see. So he's like, as you stab into him, and he's like bleeding profusely from this wound. There's a creepy werewolf, unnerving creature in front of him, and the other two just walked away, leaving him. He doesn't know what is going on. So he.
Do I get a second dagger attack?
You bonus action dash to get over there.
Oh, that's right.
So he says, "No, it cannot be this way." But it's all like, you don't know what he's saying because it's all in Knoll. And he strikes out at you, Igni, with his glaive, in hopes to maybe do something. With a 20.
Yes.
To hit.
He can do something.
He's going to deal.
I'm gonna use.
Yeah. Can he dodge?
Yeah, I'm gonna have. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so half you'll take 4 points of damage, and he's like, "What? That strike was true. What is happening?" And he will strike for a second attack in hopes to do something more with a 12, and he will miss. And he's just like, you see him just like look down. You see him white knuckling the glaive, like, "No, what is happening?" And then it is Lilith's turn.
Bite him and scratch him.
God. All right.
I had it pulled up on here.
That's what my Tinder profile says.
I'm gonna bite him and scratch him.
That's it.
Getting a lot of responses that way?
Probably
There's,
a lot of
there's some things you don't want to
the responses.
I was gonna say.
All right.
Yeah.
That's not probably gonna do it. It was a 3.
A 3 on the roll will likely not do it. So that was your bite.
And my swipe was a 5.
And he's like, you see.
It's a +4 to hit, so a 7 and a 9.
Unfortunately, both miss.
Yeah.
And the glimmer of hope returns to the Knoll.
Wait, it's only +4 to hit?
Well, no, it's actually probably a little more. That's what the werewolf's is. Yours would be your strength plus your proficiency bonus. Strength modifier plus proficiency bonus. Yeah.
Oh.
Because that's the werewolf's, the base werewolf. So it's.
Oh, I see. So strength and then that 3 would technically be 9.
Still a miss.
And then the 5 would be a help me out, 5 plus 11.
Still a miss.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for.
But yeah. All right. So Vanan.
I'm where is the thing in front of me? It's the thing that the vulture was eating?
Yeah. Would you like to check it out as your action?
Well, I'm like look back.
And you see the knoll is there.
And do I see like Igni got hit, right?
Barely, but yes.
Like barely, like a little bit?
Like for 4 points of damage.
Does it look like from Vanon's perspective, he's just walking over to inspect a thing. Does it look like they're really into a fight right now?
He looks like he's in for the fight of his life. Quite literally. Your party, not so much.
Yeah, I'll inspect the thing.
All right, make me a investigation check.
All right. I'm not very good at these, but I got an 18. Whoa! What? Okay, hold on.
All right, yeah. So
I have no investigation, so it's just an 18.
All right. So yeah, this is definitely a humanoid creature. This looks like this may be a couple days old. The bones look like they were broken. Like this creature didn't die here. Like there was some sort of impact and the bones were broken. Whether it was dropped by something or thrown off a cliff, more than likely. You don't know. But there's still meat enough here to be eaten from this vulture. Yeah, I mean, you could see bone fragments amongst the rocks nearby. You see the blood stains on the ground. But it also, you know, it seems like at some point many more creatures had died here.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Wait, aren't we at the base of the spire?
Yeah, I look up and I'm like, oh, okay. And that's why this all makes sense. And then I'm going to start to leave.
Up the side? Like walking straight up the cliff there?
Like, is the cliff right there?
Ish.
Then, yeah, I'll start walking up the cliff.
Wait a second.
I'm like calling out, like, Vanan, get back here.
Do
I'm
you
following
never
you.
finish you start?
How long ago did we clear out Feathergate Spire?
A while.
Like more than a couple of days.
Oh yeah.
And this body
So
looks.
who the fuck is throwing bodies off of Feathergale Spire recently?
Unless
Lilith
they are
does that.
throwing.
Well, she
themselves
can't.
off
She's
that
still a
hill.
board member.
You just, yeah, you don't know if you can talk.
I can't.
Yeah.
You guys hear me like. Rah, 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 rah.
I swear to God,
Well-
if somebody does not speak to me in something other than dog, I'm going to get angry.
Igni, let's go. Igni, let's go. Let's leave.
Go. Did we
Vanan,
kill-
I'm trying to talk to you. I'm right here in front of you.
Oh, what's up?
Did
What's
we
up?
kill the
What's
last
up,
knoll?
buddy?
No.
Oh my God! Can I stab him, please?
In a second, yeah. Vanan, is that your turn?
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know what's Vanon's like, I thought we were letting him go. And then that's it. That's all he says.
Ozzy?
I'll turn around and Ray of Frost the thing.
All right.
End its misery. That's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
That's 2d8.
This last knoll stayed alive for a lot longer.
7,
It
13.
couldn't be
cold
because
damage.
somebody healed.
You watch as it begins to, and it freezes into a solid block as Ozzy's Ray of Frost takes its last little bit of life.
Now, Vanan, you cannot start things if you do not finish them.
Well, I really.
Vanan,
think
why are you
we-
healing our enemy?
Well, because we thought we were leaving him alone. That's worked
would
many
you do that?
times in the past to get out of fights.
He shot you with an arrow. Why would we leave him alone?
Lots of people are shot
Also,
with
what are you doing
arrows.
walking out in the middle of the open?
These are
There was a
questions
big
I
vulture.
asked
I
all
wanted
time.
to talk to it.
Couldn't you have motioned for it to come to you? Yeah. Why walk out in open when you know there was
Vultures
nose
don't really
hiding?
like. They don't like listen to what you say.
Did you know those nose were there?
Yes.
Yes.
He did. He pointed them out to me.
They weren't dangerous. To
Since
me.
the 3 arrows
you-
hanging from your back.
You also see, Ignis, since you're still by the thing, you see that around its neck there is a necklace. It's like a leather strap, and kind of the strap kind of goes through a human finger that has seemingly been bitten off, and then like they pushed like a piece of leather through the upper part of the finger, and it is still, it's not like finger bones, like it is a finger. It's, you know, starting to begin to rot away, but there's a gold ring on the finger, and he's wearing it as a necklace.
Oh, jewelry inception. And I pluck it.
Yeah, it's only worth 25 gold, the ring, but 25 gold, still 25 gold.
Does anybody want a finger?
No,
Okay.
No, I have 10.
I toss it into the bushes, but I keep the gold ring.
I have 10 fingers.
As the ring impacts the ground, it shatters from the ice being frozen.
No, I kept the ring.
No,
I throw
the finger does, because it was
Oh.
because he froze the whole body.
I add it with the rest of my rings.
I would like to make, if I can, an insight check on Vanan.
Sure.
It's gonna be bad because I don't have good insight, but I'm gonna try.
All right.
Like what's
I'll
up
do
with
my
him?
best.
Yeah.
I'll do my best to explain his thinking.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time with this.
That's a 14.
Oh, it's because you're kind of like a moody teenager now. Where you're just like, I don't fucking care.
Well, it's like
He's more aloof, so he's more of just like a, what's this? What's that thing over there?
it's
Oh,
kind
hey, hey, enemies with spears running towards me. How you doing?
it's kind of just like his more like naturey side is coming through. So he kind of like just thinks of things as like, it's like, that's a vulture. You can talk to it, but you can't make it do stuff. It's like some gnolls. If you don't mess with them, they don't really bother you. And it's like, it's some big things. I'm small. I can just crawl through the grass. Hey, some snakes. It's kinda
So Ozzy, something's up, right?
Thumbs up.
Something. Vanan's weird. We all know that.
Hmm.
This is a new breed of weird. And to read you the exact quote, Davis, while attuned to the weapon, it makes the wielder mercurial and unreliable, and you gain the
Yeah.
flaw, I break my vows and plans, duty and honor means nothing to me.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we get it across.
I'm trying to channel
properly.
it into a positive.
Okay, well, this
go-
is news to Igni.
So I go, Vanan, can you do me a favor? Do me a favor and just
Yes.
stand there for 1 second.
Yes, I will stand here for 1
Igni?
second.
Stand there for a few minutes. Igni, Lilith, can you come here, please?
Oh, okay.
A few minutes.
Vanny, don't you move.
My,
Just you
my ears
stay.
like back
Mhm.
to make sure she can listen to see if Vanan.
So Vanan's different. And the only
Clearly.
thing that I know of on him right now that's different is that spear.
Okay.
It might not be good, since he's the only one that's actually held it, and the last person to hold it was Parisi Kalanoth, who is now dead and potentially was evil. Since she
So the spear makes him do crazy.
I feel like we should probably take a closer look at that spear.
Vanin.
We like all slowly turn around and look at you.
would
And he's gone.
Can
No,
we-
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I
Walking
am-
up the side of the cliff.
I am walking beside the cliff.
Well, looks like we're going to have to be
John is up there. I haven't seen John in like a day and a half, and there's been lots of slaves. It's
Oh,
been a
we should
very
reconvene
intense
around this spear when we
last
get
couple
to
of
the
days.
top.
I just want to see John.
Well, I can't.
Well, I'm still in like werewolf form. So Lilith is just gonna walk right up to Vanan and just grab it from his arm and pull it back.
He's been walking up the side of the
That's what I'm
cliff.
saying. He's walking up the side of the cliff.
Oh. Hmm.
Igni goes, we can beat him to the top and then take it from him. That's the only thing I know to do at this point.
Yeah. I motioned to you to like hop on my back.
Who, me?
Yeah, because she can't speak in werewolf form.
Right. She like looks around as if there could possibly be another.
So I like hit you on my back like a toddler.
Like Yoda.
Yes, you are. And I'm gonna start climbing. Wait, I guess I could technically hoist Ozzy as well, right? Like,
well, you could definitely do that. Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys like hop on back, and I'm gonna crawl our happy asses up that cliff.
Okay. Sure.
Does anybody? Yeah, if that's what you want to do.
I don't have any other way to get up there.
I make some crude comment about riding a werewolf like that.
Hey,
course.
can you cast? Do you have haste? Is that something that is helpful?
I don't have haste.
Oh, that would that be helpful in this
It
scenario?
would double your movement speed
Ah, that's so cool.
and give you an extra action for dashing.
Fuck,
So,
that's
in many ways, yes, it would indeed be helpful.
well.
Okay, so yeah, it takes a little while, right? You move at half your movement speed while you're climbing. So
Do I?
no, you move at your movement speed
And I'm really fast.
because you're just walking, like
Yeah.
just like walking, and then just like up the side of the cliff.
Do you have spider boots?
Yep.
I do.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, remember he has his slippers.
Yeah, slippers
That's
of
right.
spider climb.
Spider climb.
So you'll make it up there easily twice as fast as the rest of them with this. So you guys are climbing and Lilith is climbing. I'm not going to make you make a roll for it. It's just going to take time. So basically with you doing this, it'll take you, what do we say? It'll be about like we'll call it 2 minutes vaguely of just straight climbing. Where you guys are just like, hanging on the back of Lilith as this werewolf, this white wolf in rock made armor is just like claws in, just climbing her way up. Vanan, you've been up there for like, they're like halfway up, and you've been up here for like 30 seconds. Just like you just look down and see him hang out with John. What are you doing while you're up top?
I go and retrieve the animals.
You have the animals.
I go back to the cliff edge where I can see them coming up, and I just wait with the animals. And I'm talking to them about whatever is happening and the nearby animals as well. Any animals in the area? We're just hanging out. Like, there's a big start. We're just hanging out and talking about whatever.
Okay, Ozzy and Igni, you can make perception checks because you're not focused on climbing.
Nope, 7.
14.
Yeah, Ozzy, as you look up, you can see that like Vanan's just like peering over the top, seeing what's up with you guys, just like hanging out.
He hasn't run off, so that's good.
Yeah. So, okay, you guys make your way eventually to the top after 2 minutes of climbing. And you see Vanan's just like hanging out with a little like circle of animals doing his thing.
Vanin.
Igni.
Could we take a moment to peeky at your new shiny spear thing?
Yeah. Wait, Ted, do I have any sort of attachment to it, or can I just be like, sure?
Let's see.
If not, if there's no like anything about attachment, then yeah, I don't care. Just hand it over.
Mm-hmm.
Ozzy simply wants to run a few tests.
Sure, it's a cool spear. Run lots of cool tests.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything specifically about you having any particular attachment to it.
I totally do it. I don't care.
Ozzy, what do your magic eyes see?
I put the spear down in front of me, and I will ritual cast Identify on it so that I know what it does. And I can reciprocate to everybody, and now we all know what it does. And I'll say, well, this spear is really cool. It does a lot of cool things. The other thing it does is make Vanan incredibly unreliable.
I just thought he was unreliable normally.
This makes it worse.
I am
Oh,
reliable.
these cannot stand.
Hey, I'm reliable.
Vanan, you just walked out into the middle of a clearing and took 3 arrows to the chest and still thought, oh, let me heal this. No, friend.
I will, yeah.
Your mind is foggy.
No, that's just how I am, I think.
All right. Every time you do something unreliable, I'm going to stop and ask you, is this Vanan or is this a spear?
Wait, with the removal of the spear, when Ozzy takes the spear, is the effect immediate? Like when he's not holding on to it? Or...
No, because he's technically still attuned to the spear.
To it, yeah.
Until he spends, I think it's over 24 hours apart from it, or someone else attunes to it, or he attunes to some other item.
Okay.
Then it's not broken. Or, I guess, a spell. You could probably cast Remove Curse to break the attunement. I guess it's not really a curse, though, so...
Yeah.
It's just kind of... It is what it is.
That's cool if that works, though. Like, just in general, that's cool that
you just break attunement on something.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
I don't think it's designed to do that. Like, it's definitely designed... For any cursed items, do that. Yeah. Like they say, like you can't remove it unless you cast Remove Curse. And this doesn't have that caveat. So you're attuned until you deattune.
Yeah.
So yes, if Vanan has this weapon, we do not know what he can be. He can be a liability, essentially.
Okay, so
tell him to do things for us, and he may not listen.
Well, that is always a risk with Vanan.
As well. Sometimes he does things. This time he'll probably never do things.
Okay, so what do we do? Oh, we could put him on a leash. No, okay.
I feel like Lilith over here in the wolf has a thing against leashes entirely.
Oh, I see. Vanan.
Personally, I am also against leashes.
Okay, well, Vanan, if you are so against leash, then you have to do us a favor and help out here a little bit, friend. Like,
yeah, I agree.
So,
but I do have a question.
Like a safe word or something that's like Vanan, platypus, you know?
Oh, do you think I don't want to continue to use that spear if it's changing my personality? I'm not exactly kosher. I'm not down with that.
Oh, I see. Though it could be very valuable, we could sell it.
It's very powerful. I don't think we should sell it.
Okay, so what do you think we should do with it then?
We should hold on to it for now.
We could keep it in one of the bags.
I think it's important.
Put it in the bag.
I mean, you already spent so much time trying to work on your old spear. It'd be a shame if you just tossed it.
Well, I mean, I was gonna hold on to it anyway. Yeah, so.
I wonder if like some like high power wizard could like.
You want to take it to your wizarding buddies, Ozzy?
I was about to say, what leech?
I might be able to see if we can. I mean, it's in Waterdeep, which we know how we all feel about Waterdeep. But
what
if
about
I can look back there? Then oh,
that's what I'm saying. The leech.
Yeah.
Friend. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
the leech might be a good option.
We are going in that way anyway.
We're gonna go down that place. We have to go down there, anyways, because there's another door.
Stone temple.
There we go.
Lilith's tail's wagging very fast.
But I do have a question, Vanan. Did you see anything on that body that was down there as we were walking past? I know I saw you.
Oh, so this is totally where people got pushed off and killed. I think what would happen is the people would get pushed off and killed, and then the vultures would come and eat the people, and the gnolls would come to feed their families. They would kill the vultures and then take the vulture meat home and feed their kids.
How fresh was this body?
It's a few days.
Nobody should be in this place to push people off, yeah?
Yeah, didn't we empty out the spire last time we were here?
But our Kokras live there now.
Did they do that?
I hope not.
Did they push people off?
Well, we haven't been inside, have we? We haven't gone inside the spire since then. We don't know who's in there. Maybe
Also, I'm
someone,
No,
maybe the cult got mad. I mean,
there should be
we just cleared out the
nobody
cult.
here.
Maybe they got mad because we cleared out the spire and then came back and took it over. I mean,
Sounds like more dick stabbing is in order.
Oh man, we.
I mean,
can
I'm
only
almost
do
out of
that.
spells.
I mean, we could also just ask in general, like, "Hey, the body."
Okay, I have
This is
idea.
awkward.
I mean, I'm almost out of spells, so if we're getting
Okay.
any complications, I'm not much help.
Okay. I think would be beneficial for us to rest in. What if we found safe place to rest? What if I snuck in and scouted, just looky?
I mean, they're our friends for right now, right? So we could still sleep there.
Do you want me to make you invisible as a precaution?
Are
or
they
do you find
are
it?
they our friends?
Yeah, right.
I mean, we did help them last time. They might like us, but I don't know.
I thought we like took over the spire and we gave it back to them.
I thought we did that,
But
but
Eric,
I feel like
chill with us.
yes, but we don't really know if the Aarakocra are in there because we saved it and they said that they were going to move in, but the cult was still here. They could have saw that the spire was here and been like, "Oh, go take it back." And
They were
have-
here as of like a day ago from when we left.
Did we see them?
Yeah, didn't we?
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
talked
we
to.
talked to them. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
we left. That's the gremlin stayed and animal stayed.
Oh. oh well, never mind then.
Oh right.
Maybe
okay,
we should go talk to them and be like, "What's the body?"
Yes,
down
we
there?"
should just.
We didn't see
should
the body.
yes.
We just be like, "Hey, there's a body," because they're probably also be like, "What?"
It's fresh though, within a couple of days.
Yeah, that's
They
weird.
would have had to do
That
it.
means that they would have had to have done it.
Or someone. I mean, it's still like a society. People still kill people.
We should go question them about it anyway.
Yeah.
Figure out what's going on. I mean, I'll walk in with you guys if you want. We want to.
I'm okay.
I mean, I'm sure they have a bed, Ozzy,
I mean,
that you could rest.
Lilith should also not be a werewolf. while we
Lilith.
walk in, so we'll talk to her when she's not in her days.
I look
right now.
over and Lilith's chasing her tail.
She's just chasing her tail right now because she's not there. I should probably tell Lilith not to be a werewolf when we walk in.
Okay, well, everybody situate themselves. Geodude,
Oh, okay. She's
Speak with animals should still be up. Can I speak? Can I speak with Lilith?
Lilith, stop wagging, stop chasing your tail, Lilith. We need to talk to you.
Can I, Ted? Can I talk to Lilith? If speak with animals mean I can talk to dogs or her?
Hold on. Let me read this.
I was about to say, is werewolf considered an animal or
Yeah.
a beast?
It's
Well, we
like-
can understand. I can
humanoid hybrid.
understand common. I just can't see it.
Actually, I'm reading the werewolf section, and it states in the werewolf section
Oh, just in wolf form. Just in wolf
that
form.
you can still talk as a werewolf.
Aha!
Yes, I'm super dumb. Yeah, I
So a werewolf.
misread that.
Okay.
And
Yeah, so
she,
cool, yeah.
Okay, cool.
you guys are like, you're like, I can't speak with animals to understand her. Lilith, can you understand me? And she just starts talking to you, and you're like, guys, it worked. And everybody else is like, no, we get it too.
I thought it-
It Lilith just turns like, I just been fucking with you the whole time. Hey.
Jokes. Sorry, I misread that.
Oh no, it's
It's
not.
okay.
Yeah. What's that?
So we want to go in and kind of talk to them and be like, why is there a body down there that's fresh and was
Yeah.
probably dropped when you were here?
Mhm.
And be like, what's going on with that? And you should probably not be a werewolf when that talk happens because they might get scared of you.
True story. They do not know.
All right. I just, I don't get to do this very often. I should do this more often. It feels great.
I
It's
mean,
pretty cool, yeah.
I imagine that your justice voice is how you actually speak as a werewolf now. Like, so
my
when you're a
God.
werewolf, it's all deep and menacing.
And growly.
And
It's like
growly.
You still have
What's
your
the-
sword, right?
what's the, yeah, I do. What's the
Correct.
actress that played Scully in X-Files? What's her name?
Shit.
Shit.
She was the voice
Yeah.
actress for Princess Mononoke as the
Yeah.
Queen Wolf of the Forest. And that's how I imagine
Yeah.
Lilith sounding.
Yes.
God, what is her name?
Yeah, I know David Duchovny, but
Of
then-
everybody, yeah.
yeah, because he's a baby.
Something Jacobs, I think, right? Oh, Gillian
it?
Anderson.
Gillian
Gillian
Anderson,
Anderson.
that's it. Yes. I sound like Gillian Anderson in Princess Mononoke as the Queen Wolf of the Forest.
Got it.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Fuck yeah.
So, but yeah, I go back to Lilith form, and I'm like,
Little pouty face.
You can do it whenever you want, really. Just when we
Yeah, I
talk to
know.
people, it's kind of scary if people don't expect it.
Probably it's a little terrifying.
I think you'll be
Not to me.
Yeah, I'm like,
I mean,
nah.
I mean,
yeah,
in,
very
like,
cool.
armor.
in
It's really cool.
actuality, like it's like you're wearing like this full like crazy glistening like stone armor, and you've got this crazy sword and shield, but you're a white wolf. Like, what is
Yeah,
happening?
I
Yeah.
probably look righteous as fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
like
You really do.
And my
seems-
armor
And
is
especially
like
with the wings and the wolf and the
It's-
armor, and it's ugh.
when you killed the person that last time, like what? It was like staring. I don't understand.
what? Oh, guys, stop! You're making me blush. Like
Sorry.
you can't tell because I'm pale as fuck.
Okay,
but-
okay. Let's go talk to the
Yeah,
Aragon.
let's go talk to them.
Okay, so you guys are going. You make your way to the spire. And now you're going to go talk to. So you're gonna talk to the Aarakocra. That's the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be like,
Just
hey,
say what's up.
hey,
Why you
how's it
dropping
going?
people?
Why is there a body down there? You know,
It
typical.
could be a
typical Utah.
cultist.
Well,
Maybe
we'll
a
ask and
cultist.
see. If it was, great. If not, then questions,
Yeah, true.
concerns.
True.
Okay, so you guys go head up that way, and you make your way into the spire. Let me get back to the spire notes. Figure out what's going on over there. Where are you? Yeah, so you guys make your way inside on the ground level, kind of go across that little bridge, and it all seems, vaguely familiar to you guys. You're like, I remember when we murdered all those people in their sleep last time we were here.
That's not
Oh,
how we
yes,
think.
I
Oh
would-
yes, the building.
Oh,
Ozzy
no, that's
was
exactly
innocent.
how
When we
I remember it.
exacted revenge upon the innocent of the land.
You were so innocent, then,
And also
Bonzi.
took the innocence away from Ozzy.
And you learned a tough lesson in divine radiance.
Life sucks, everyone dies. That's a new Ozzy was born.
Pretty much. Yeah. So, all right. Sorry. So, yeah, you guys go in and you see the Aarakocra, a handful of them coming and going, flying in and out. They have been kind of since you guys have been here. And yeah, the what's his name? Trotta, I believe was his name, was the kind of leader of the Aarakocra that you met and kind of had befriended. So he sees you guys as you come walking in, and he says, "Welcome. How was your flight?"
It was fun. It was great. I always enjoy flying. So lots of fun. We got some stuff done down there, which was great. We had one concern. We
Mhm.
saw a body at the bottom of the spire. What's going on with that?
And he looks to you and he says, "Yes. Well, turns out the previous owners, this was not, or the job you had done was not all of them. Some came back, and we decided it only fitting that they fall the way so many of their victims had."
So they were the cultists that were here, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I roll an insight check just to make sure he's not lying to me?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
This is probably gonna be bad.
Can I?
Yep. Nope. That's a natural one. I believe
Can I
everything.
do it too?
Sure.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was muted.
That's okay.
I made it. Wow, that's a 7. Big ol' 7.
I mean,
Plus-
hard to get a lot of emotions to read off of a bird
12.
face, right?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of wrinkles and like, you got those big old hawk eyes and that long beak, and you're like, that's
I'm
a
just
that's a
imagining-
trusting face right there. That's
Yes,
one
right.
that
That's all I needed to hear.
Ozzy and Vanan
good.
on either side of him, just
Mhm,
like both
mhm.
looking at one eye, just like, okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
Well,
sure.
so we're a little tired. We wanted to ask if potentially before we head out on our way, if we could spend the night here, if that's okay with you, of course.
they say, of course, we owe this all to you. Our success is your success.
Thank you.
Oh wow, you guys
Yeah,
are really nice.
Thank
yeah,
you.
thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Do you guys want anything?
Can
No.
I insight that?
Sure.
Is there like a bucket nearby of water?
Well, 16.
I almost don't want to say yes, but yes, there is a bucket nearby of water.
Or a barrel?
Yeah, there's like a barrel, sure.
I rolled a
Igni,
16.
I'm just thirsty.
you think he seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
Like, it's a sincere statement. Like,
Cool.
yeah.
That's what it comes across as, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can stay here the night, recover, and then be on our way.
Okay.
Hmm.
And
There was actually something I did want to go over with Lilith. Now that we have somewhere we can sit and talk, I'm
Oh.
struggling with a spell that I'm trying to work out, and I may need your help.
I mean, I'll I'll do my best. I'm not the strongest spellcaster, you know. I
Well, it
just-
has nothing to do with the spell itself. It has to do with your faith.
Oh, yeah. I'll do my best. It's hard to, I mean, I've tried to explain it.
Yeah, it's. I have most of it. I have most of it down. I'm struggling with one bit, and I need some help.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go.
Okay.
Well, let's go to a room where we'll have some space.
Okay. You guys go
So-
to one of there's a whole bunch of different rooms, so.
So I open up my spell book to a page, and at the top, the spell says Sickening Radiance.
Yeah.
And I am like, well, this is a spell that I've seen done before by some people at the Wizard Academy,
Okay.
but I can't seem to get the grasp on it because it does have to deal with radiance. And
Oh,
that's
yeah.
been something I am struggling with, trying to understand.
Well, I'm looking at it right now. She looks at your book and she just kind of reads over it real quick.
I like help decipher like the arcane runes and what they all mean.
Mhm.
Wow, that's a really powerful spell.
Yeah, it is.
Like, whoa.
It's badass.
That's
so-
a really intense spell.
It is
So,
it is
It
metal.
could really help us out. I just need to get that one little piece of
She's
radiance.
just like,
down.
damn, what deity do you have to worship for that?
Turns out, just read a lot of books.
So Lilith previously she's been thinking about how to explain radiance or divine magic in a more like logical. She's trying to like appeal to Ozzy's senses, so she's thinking about it more logically and like analytically. But now she's like, you know what? Let's try this on the more spiritual hippy dippy level. So
Okay.
she's like explaining it in a way like with feeling, and you have to, like when you're walking and the sun is rising and you can't really understand. It just feels really good. And you know what's up, like it just that intuition, so she goes into that kind of explanation, and she's
Mhm.
like, now think about I guess basically your intentions with this spell and like believing like I don't know, I'm not a very spiritual person myself, so I'm like reaching for fucking descriptions for this, but yeah, she tries to go a little bit more on the philosophical spiritual description with that to see if it helps. So I like in Harry Potter we try to cast the spell, I guess, and she's like, no, believe more. I don't know.
Believe-
Again, with more feeling.
Use your heart. Believe in yourself.
Smite your enemies. Use this.
Believe in your
Think of
friend.
what the spell is doing on behalf of like you don't believe in anything. You believe in
Here,
something.
Ozzy, have some chocolate. It'll help.
That's all I needed for radiant damage was some
Slap
chocolate.
your hands together, spin around 3 times.
Oh man.
Got some maracas.
So yeah, that's essentially all I'm trying to do is understand how I can cast Sickening Radiance.
Yep.
Wand at the ready, Ozzy.
Yeah.
So you can make a religion check, Lilith, and you can make an Arcana check, Ozzy.
Sick.
I got a 27.
Okay.
Religion. Oh, hell yeah. I gotta. Let me do math. They're 23.
So, Ozzy, you sit there and you're like, this makes no sense.
Yeah.
She's just saying words, and like I know what the words mean, but for the life of you, it's like someone that is so rooted in factual knowledge and the way things work, and is trying someone who's not the most eloquent with her words is trying to explain to you faith and what it means, and it's just like, one, none of it is clicking on the fundamental level of that, but two, there could maybe be a better way to explain it, and you're just sitting there and you're just like, you can't, wheels are turning, and it just doesn't make any sense, but yet somehow you feel like maybe it's your academic frustration at the way this is happening, and you're like, oh my god, just say the right words. I know I can do this, but you just, and like out of the pure anger and frustration about not being able to understand how this works and just not getting what she's trying to say, and it just continues, and it's Lilith trying, and I can just see this scene so perfectly. And Ozzy's like, yeah, okay. Believe harder. Sure. And like this, I'm gonna say this happens for like an hour. She's like trying to come at it from different angles. She's like, so you know when you're there and you've got your sword. Nope. All right. So hang on. So you don't. No sword swinging. So when you're just like in, the church, and nope, that's not a thing either. And it's just like over and over, and you just get more and more frustrated. But you're also Ozzy, so you're trying to not be a jerk about it. And it's just mounting and anger and frustration, and you're just tapping into that out of just pure. And it's like we're going, I guess, down sort of like a dark side path, right? Like hate, anger leads to frustration and so on, and you just snap, and you're just like, ah! And then it happens in the room, like in the corner, and like shit, just there's this swirling radiation in the room, and you don't understand it. And Lilith, you've never seen this before either. This is clearly radiant magic, but for those of you who don't know the spell, it's not like radiant as in like here's holy light. It's radiation damage, like nuclear radiation damage. That's why it's sickening radiance, because it's like it's just this swirling. I think does it say it's black or green? I forget what it says.
I think it says it's green. Let me look.
Yeah, it's just like this
dim light.
Well, what color do you want it to?
Greenish light.
Dim greenish light. All right, so it's like it is sort of holy in its nature, but it's like weird and twisted, and that it's got this weird green glowing light, and you get the feeling if you were to walk into this shit would seriously mess you up. So
I get so excited. I'm like, you believed you could do it, and you did it. You see what I mean?
I didn't believe shit. I just got really mad.
Yeah, you believe you could do it. Don't question it. You can't question faith, Sonny.
I can't believe this is
She's all
happening.
smug as fuck. She's like, see, you just gotta.
You just got the SpongeBob face on of the.
You can
Like, grab your bed.
yeah. You believe in
She's
faith, don't you, Ozzy?
Believe. You see what happens when you believe, and she's just like, my job is done here, and she walks out.
Ozzy's eyes are just wide staring at this like big radiant pool. He's like, I did that.
And you don't know if other radiant spells will unlock in such a way for you in the future.
Yeah.
And you know that this is 100% not the way you had planned and not what you had planned to do with this. Like, you had wanted to learn to unlock radiant damage to be able to add it to the elemental spectrum, and you don't think you're there yet. But you think your frustration and anger has allowed you to somehow distort holy radiant damage into some sort of weird nuclear radiation fog cloud thing. So, you know,
It's a step closer.
you're growing, right? Well, that happened. So while this is going on for the hour plus of frustrated conversation, Igni and Vanan, what are you guys up to?
You want to do anything, Igni?
He wants to get her drink on.
No. I dance with Geodude a little. Work on our routine, maybe sleep.
Okay, so you guys all
I
rest.
was gonna say Igni naps.
I
guess she doesn't have to, but she does.
I'll I don't know, do different things, hang out with different animals, do different things, talk to lots of birds. Yep, that's it. Not very entertaining.
All right. So you guys take a long rest at the place. Everybody heals up and gets all their spell slots back and all that good stuff. It's the next morning. The day is yours. What would you like to do?
I'm changing up my spells.
Okay.
So what now?
I'm braiding flowers.
Well, didn't you want to go find the Mandusa?
It is my life's goal to find Medusa.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
We don't know anything about it. Every time we try to look for information or we ask people, they look at me like I am crazy. And two, it's always like roundabout answers that he's under a place here or he might be in a place there.
I give a little flower circle to Igni. And you guys keep talking.
What is this?
And I'm just making more flowers.
You're just making flower crowns right now?
Yeah, I put it on Geodude.
All right.
I make another flower crown and I hand it to Ozzy. And then one to Lilith.
Oh, thank you.
And I put a flower crown on. That's it.
So, what's now?
You also see these flowers. You guys all see this. These flowers are seemingly coming from nowhere. There's no flowers like this here in where you guys are in Feathergale Spire. He's like, as he's making this flower crown more like, he's like working on it and like the flowers just keep appearing as he's making
They're
these.
like black and purple.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Venin is beginning to weird me out, yeah?
I mean...
Is it just me? Venin, how deep do your pockets go?
I mean, these aren't pockets.
So where are you getting the flowers from?
You know, I've never really questioned it.
Good God, Venin. You question everything. If you want to stay alive.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so Ozzy, your mom sent us information on Mandusa, yeah? Or am I making that up?
I think so. Maybe.
What did she say about the Mandusa?
Hold on.
Oh, I think it was just on the elementals.
Nope, it was just on
Ogremok, I think.
Ogremok.
Because that's what you'd asked about. Because
not the
a lot of the times you kept forgetting what his name was. So you would just approach random intelligent people who know things. You're like, what's a Mandusa? Where do we find one? Where do you keep your Mandusa? How does this work? And they're like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, that sounds like us.
And they're like, Mandusa. And you're like, yeah, it's a man and a Medusa. They're like, no, I got that. But what?
Mandusa, I mean, what else is there?
Is this not made clear?
Duh.
Did I miss a part?
Hey, Ted. Can I just start, thinking about Medusas like this all of a sudden? Can I just start trying to think of reptilian humanoids I know of?
Sure. Make me a.
I don't think I've actually done that when it concerns this thing.
Yeah, could do the
It's
thing.
gotta have a race. Beta's just kind of like, oh wait, what? Wait, what is this? What should I roll for that?
History, I guess.
Okay.
Nature, maybe.
Nature. I rolled a 17, so it's not bad. 20, dirty 20.
Okay. You know that they're like UNT or a reptilian humanoid creature. Would you say 18?
20.
20.
Dirty 20.
That's right. Yeah, but you would know that, like, I'll just say you would know that a Medusa type creature, like the one that people, when you say Mandusa and they're like, do you mean Medusa? And you're like, no, Mandusa. It's an elemental creature, not a humanoid.
Oh, and I know elementals now. So then
you would know that it's an earth elemental creature.
Yeah, so I'm just like, oh, wait a second.
Oh God, he's had thought.
I know what this is.
Yes?
I know what the Mandusa is. It's an earth elemental.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just was thinking about it. I was like, wait a second.
So what to know?
This is a reptilian person?
So maybe it's
that has to be a person. So I was like, is it a 1T? And I'm like, no. Wait a second. Medusas are elementals. Wait, yeah, no, okay.
So it's what? In Earth elemental?
It could be
Earth
the Earth temple.
Yeah.
But
that'd make a lot of sense because that's where it was last season.
But we went there and we did this.
We didn't go in the door. It's in the door with the actual cultists.
Yeah.
So like we went here and cleared out them behind the door. We have to go back there, say hi to our lich friend, and then go into the door and go find the earth cult.
Let's go kill us a Mandusa.
Well, we have to talk to our lich friend anyway because and Lilith gets all excited because she really gets excited for Runaway Caradune. He's gonna see about what we can do with that spear.
Okay.
So that Vanan can use it and not be a different Vanan.
Oh, I see.
There's only one Vanan.
So to Lich or to Mandusa?
Lich first, then Mandusa. Because it's on the way. It's in the same building, right?
I do have one question. Okay. Random question. You can say no. Can anybody lend me 150 or 200 gold?
Yeah.
What for?
Spell reasons, magic stuff.
Yeah, sure.
This is not good reason. Spell reasons.
Take the money, Ozzy.
I was about to say, I think we have it. Let me double check our.
Well, but okay, here's the thing. I can learn one of 3 spells that I really want to learn, and I can either have Fly, Ice Storm, or Storm Sphere.
Right,
what kind of choice is that to make? Can you learn all 3?
That would cost me
3 times as much.
650 gold plus 22 hours.
So we can.
Up for a day.
So I'm gonna be real in terms of gold. What we as a group have left that's not in gems. That's actually like I guess we could say liquid gold is only about 1,100.
Okay. Then if I can take 150 of that, I'll just learn Fly.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So let me put in what is this? Ted game what?
Huh?
30?
Something like that. It's number very high.
26.
Okay, game 26.
All right. So while before you guys leave in the morning, one of the Aarakocra comes by each of you. And this one isn't like an eagle-faced type or anything like that. This one is kind of like a raven or crow. You're not really sure. That's what he looks like. And he comes by and he drops off with each of you some trinket of some kind.
So like when a little kid brings you like some random thing that they found and they're like, here, it's a present.
An avocado. Thanks.
Like, thank you.
Okay.
He does give you some stuff. So Lilith, he brings to you
No.
What makes more sense? Let's get rid of that option. All right. Lilith, 1 or 2?
2.
2. All right, so he gives you a book. And this book is a book of writs, like WRITS, so that you now have basically like a book of tickets as though a cop, so you can issue warnings and tickets and things to let people appear in court, to make people appear in court.
You can physically serve people justice on paper now.
Wait, what?
Yeah, but who's gonna be like, I can serve it, but
You just got served.
They don't know if they're gonna eat it.
And it's
Who's gonna enforce it?
You don't know how he found this or where it's from, but it allows you. It's backed up by the Knights of Samalar, so it's like you need to answer. You need to go to Summit Hall and answer for whatever crime that you write up these tickets for.
Lilith just became a town guard.
I'm a glorified meter maid, guys. Justice shows up in all shapes and sizes.
Justice.
Oh, that's so good.
Pay for your crimes. No? All right. Well, turn into a werewolf. I'm going to kill you now. Sorry, bud.
Sorry, you gotta take this, otherwise.
This is like heady justice. I'm so excited. Oh man.
Oh, that's
Because
so good.
she looks at it, she looks at you guys, and she's like,
Igni, did you have a monocle before, or no? You didn't have a monocle.
I don't, but I wear the shit out of one.
Over the mask.
You have a monocle. He gives you a monocle. And it looks like a regular monocle, but when you put it on, you realize it has the magnification power of a telescope.
Ooh.
Just looks like a monocle.
That's nifty.
Do I look fancy?
That's like a spy tool.
Meanwhile, you just look at one of us and our head is huge.
I see your flaws.
No, please stop.
No, please don't. Yeah.
Hey, Igni, how many freckles do I have?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Mhm.
That one's not even a freckle. I can see it from here. It's actually just a seed stuck to your face.
All right, Ozzy.
Serves you right.
You,
It's a raisin. This is nature's candy, did you know?
Ozzy, you get a choice of 1 or 2.
2.
Okay. Now give me 1, 2, or 3.
Oh God. 3.
All right. So he provides to you some sort of undead tentacle
Oh no.
that you could consider, with finding the right person, you may know the right person, to transplant this in place of some appendage. Your choice. All right. So you can sit and think about having a appendage transplant to have a tentacle for something. Ozzy's like,
That's just gonna be a gift for my lich friend, honestly.
Ozzy's just like, why didn't I pick one?
Like, I got a thing here. You might like it.
Huh?
Got a tentacle.
That's weird.
Thanks.
Ooh. You know what people do with
I have
tentacles.
tentacles too.
I
and
really
then
want a
lots of
description.
John vines come out and start touching your face.
What was that? What did you want to
I want a description of this Aarakocra's personality. Like,
Yeah, what he just walked in and
is
started
this thing
handing us.
on all cylinders?
You're not sure.
Like, walks out.
Yeah, like he's fully capable of speech, but that's what he does when he gives you
And
each
he
a
starts
thing.
pecking at the ground.
I also want Vanan to get something really cool. So Ozzy's just staring at this tentacle, like, what the fuck?
Vanan, can you remind me what trinkets you have thus far, if you
Oh,
recall?
God. Too many.
I have a lot. Hold on.
I'm just looking to make sure I have.
I don't have. I have them written down in a notebook. It's like a cape. I don't have that anymore though. But
I have two
one's
capes.
boots with spurs that my spurs that I have attached to my slippers that make sounds if I want them to or not. I have a fedora. I think I've also got a monocle. I don't remember what else.
Okay.
It's been a lot of stuff.
You have 3 classes, so I have to flip between 3 to figure out which one is the right one for you.
Well, which one do you want to do?
Well, one of them was the spurs again, so I didn't want to give you the spurs twice, right? Because that would be silly.
Well, what's the druid one? That's the most recent class.
That's what we're probably going to go with. He gives you a rabbit.
A rabbit?
A live rabbit.
A live rabbit?
That's what we needed more.
But this rabbit,
Okay.
you discern from all of your recent interests, this rabbit thinks it's a snake. So it's on its belly, moving, like wiggling around. It doesn't hop.
Oh, that's adorable.
It's a rabbit that thinks it's a
The
snake.
saddest thing I've ever heard, because you know it can't get anywhere
Yeah.
if it's not.
Yeah, it's not like...
One place.
Yeah, like it's just got like its back feet down and its front paws down, and it's just sort of like shuffling around. And like sometimes it'll go like up like this on its back, like a snake, and then down.
All right, I'm gonna be like, buddy. Hey, I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
All right, what do you say to it?
I'm gonna be like, hey, rabbit.
And it like looks at you, its nose twitches, but it does it involuntarily.
Are you okay, buddy?
It's like, I'm a snake.
I'm a slutty little snake.
I'm a little snake.
Like a snake.
Vanin, why is your rabbit having a seizure?
It says it's a snake. Bandit can't keep it. Bandit.
Here's a rabbit.
We're all just like supremely confused. I'm like, cool, I can write tickets. I'm looking over at the undead tentacle. Like, fucking, like your monocle looks tight as hell. Like, that looks cool.
Is it bad I am most normal in this situation?
And like as you guys were like getting ready to leave, and this guy's like, and he walks away, and like eventually like Trotta will come into the room and see him leave. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry about Carl. It's just a weird dude."
You okay? Also, rabbit thinks it's a snake. I will ask it, dude, what are you?
Do you ask the rabbit again?
Do not put it into existential crisis.
No.
I'm a sneaky little snake.
Yeah, you told me he's a sneaky little snake. I don't know what's happening.
And it's like it sticks out. It's a little rabbit tongue.
I don't know.
And its ears are always like folded down along its back because it's a snake.
Okay, so
Hey, Igni, can you like detect magic on this rabbit? Maybe it's got like a spell cast on it.
maybe it's cursed.
It might be cursed. Don't you call it Wong?
I can't deal with this.
Okay. I could try.
Wob.
Yeah. Womp.
It is not magical.
No, it's just a
Drop
bunny.
it.
I think that rabbit needs a cleric.
What's snake? And Vanan, you haven't shut it off, so it doesn't stop talking to you.
No, I'm just like.
But it's still like the metabolism of a rabbit. So it's that, like, everything is very fast. And it's just, like, consistent. Like, I'm a snake. Moving all around, like.
Does also have snake in form of rabbit, or have a snake that believes it is a rabbit?
And he's like, man, I don't know what Carl has. Dude, he just goes out and he picks up random shit and he just brings it back. And
this
like,
seems like some weird hag sorcery here.
And you're just like, I hope Carl doesn't come find me today because I'm gonna get a present. Might be great. It might be like, you know, half of a copper arrow today. One day he stole a turkey, which was weird because you'd think probably not with, you know, boundaries, but like, no, dude had like oil burns on his stomach because he carried a boiling hot turkey from somewhere. I don't get him. Like, he like took it and he held it and he flew over here and then his whole stomach was like 3rd-degree burns. I don't get it.
Did he try to leave the nest too early?
That's kind of the rule that we that's what, like, he's Carl. He just does his thing and it makes him happy. And you, like, Carl's also like deadpan bird stare, like when he like came in to like look at you. And it gives you the thing and he's just like, and walks to the next person and just gives them a thing, and it's just like, and he's like, it's a little creepy. I'm gonna be honest. Like, he's a little off, but he means well.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's nice of him. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll take my tentacle and put it in my bag of holding.
I'll take my tentacle.
Tried coffee.
And he's like, I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't think that bird needs it.
But have you tried it though?
Vanan, sometimes there's good ideas. Sometimes there's not. This is not a good idea.
You know what we haven't said in a long time?
Oh God.
Never mind.
What? No, please.
No, I don't want to
say it. Vanan.
I'm scared because I feel like what's this? Well, what if we?
Oh God.
I'm gonna end it. I'm done. Let's go do our business. Let's go meet our buddy. Let's go to the place, the stuff and things.
Is the slithering rabbit coming? Are you going to carry it?
Are you going to take care of it and feed it?
That's true. We cannot let you have such a creature that is in such existential crisis.
I mean, how are you got to explain to this like rabbit that snake.
And Carl walks back in, and he hands Ozzy. He hands you a mug, like a coffee mug, and he just walks out.
Does it have coffee in it? It's just a mug.
It's just a mug.
Oh,
Wait.
Arguably more useful than the
No, I
tentacle.
want to run Carl down. Wait, Carl.
And he just like stares at you with his bird face.
Right. Carl, the slithering rabbit, is there does it have a brother? You know, like Snake believes it's rabbit.
And he just goes in your face.
It's no. Okay.
Speak with animals.
Oh, okay. Speaking animals.
He doesn't speak in a language.
He doesn't speak at all.
Noises.
Yeah, no, it's.
Walk up to him. Wait.
I'm a snake. You just hear it as soon as you. Like, the rabbit is just saying it constantly, but rabbits don't make noise, so that's all. Like, it's just constant. Anytime you activate speak with animals, that's all you hear is the rabbit just going.
That seems more like a detriment than a trinket now.
No, okay.
I'm a sneaky little snake.
How's Copernicus dealing with this? I wanted to talk to Copernicus.
Oh.
Copernicus is looking at you like you can't keep it.
Copernicus is just like,
not sharing the bag with me.
I'm like, do you understand what's happening here?
and he's just
I
like,
don't understand what is happening here.
he's like, yeah, I don't like it at all.
I love Copernicus.
And he's just like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I might eat that rabbit.
It's weird, right?
I don't like it. And really, if you're asking my opinion, which clearly you are, I'm gonna eat it.
No, this is a partnership. We work together.
Is it though?
Okay.
Is it though?
Yeah. Whatever.
What does it bring to the table?
I'm saying let's leave.
Any, like, and Copernicus is like a magical creature and relative and fairly intelligent.
Yeah, he's really intelligent.
He's got like a 12 intelligence, right, or something like that.
Talking to him, like,
and he's just like, he's like, no, listen.
All right, what's up?
So you have a spell, clearly, that lets you talk to me.
Yes.
So you can hear this asshole, and he like,
I want to leave it.
And he's just like, this is my life now, all the time. I always hear this.
No, I understand. Let's go.
Do you though?
Yeah, let's go. I'm done.
Can we put the scary rabbit into a bag?
I love Copernicus so much.
And like, do you shut off speak with animals or do you leave it?
I'm like,
he's like, yeah, we could put it in a bag, or I could just eat it.
Do you want to eat it? You can eat it if you really.
And he's like, you realize what you just said that.
Don't take back.
There's no backsies.
No, I know. There's no back.
Tonight I will dine on rabbit snake.
Did you just tell it could eat the rabbit?
And the cat just like looks at you and it's just like gives you that look like, yeah, I'm gonna eat that rabbit later.
Yeah,
There are certain things I can stand by, but a confused rabbit being eaten by a little sassy cat is not something I can stand by.
Who's she calling sassy?
Wow.
Whoa.
You hear this, Van, and no one else does. Because Copernicus can understand common, just can't speak it.
He can understand all of you.
Yeah, he understands everything that you guys say all the time. But unless Vanan activates this spell, you'll never get the commentary.
So, Vanin,
What's up?
if I am hearing that your kitty is going to eat the sneaky rabbit,
Okay.
okay, he's just an innocent rabbit. He's so confused.
It's just nature, man. It's just nature. Cats eat rabbits, maybe. Whatever. I've never really had rabbit, but I'll try it. Try anything once.
He's being really reasonable.
Who?
Of Copernicus. He's a cat.
The cat?
Yes.
Cats are never reasonable.
I don't know what she's talking about.
This whole time I'm just writing in my book, memorizing fly.
And he's just like, I really don't think, I don't, I get it. She's part of your group, but I don't really know how I feel about her right now. I feel like she's really talking down to me, and not for nothing. I feel like other than that one, he gestures to Ozzy. He's like, I feel like I'm probably one of the smartest people here.
Well, you definitely, I mean, we both know you're pretty smart. I mean, I'm pretty smart. We're all pretty smart here in this group.
Sure.
In general.
Yeah, totally.
Except for Igni.
What's your intelligence, Igni?
A 1, I think.
What's the modifier? I'm just the number, the score.
Oh, no, it's a 14.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, you're pretty smart. I forgot. I thought.
So what's yours, Vanan?
Mine's 11.
So
I think
You have
Copernicus is
actually the
smarter.
same.
Yeah, Copernicus has an 11. Yeah, he's got an 11 intelligence. He's above average human intelligence, this cat. As smart as Vanan, that's why this conversation is so enthralling. It's of mental equals.
Mental equals. This is so perfect. What's up?
If you don't mind,
Mm-hmm.
I would in fact like to carry the slithering rabbit.
You want to carry? You want to take care of the rabbit?
Actually, I have a better idea. I pick it up and I pass it over to Geodude. And Geodude, this is super soft, slithery rabbit. It is your job to love it and hug it and tell it it is special, yeah? I'm giving it to Geodude to take care of.
He's like, I don't know if a rock's gonna stop me, but that's fair.
Did you just give your pet a pet?
Maybe.
I'm just like
Geodude is no pet. He is my dance partner.
I look at Copernicus and I'm like, it's out of my hands, buddy. Sorry.
Now you have to get to Geodude to eat the rabbit.
I've got nothing but time.
Oh wow! This is.
I imagine Geodude
This
just
has
like
made a
holding the
subplot.
rabbit, like petting it, like petting this rabbit. Okay, so now everybody has pet and what now and stuff.
Yeah,
Even though some of it is weird.
we can leave, right?
I closed my book. All right, I'm good to go. I learned a new spell. I'm good.
Do you want to go to? We're going to the temple, right? To meet with the lich.
Oh,
Oh, I should say your coffee mug, Ozzy.
Oh yeah.
It says "I heart mugs" on the side of it.
Well, he doesn't have any other mug, so he's gonna keep it because he's
Okay.
got to have his coffee
Best.
somehow.
It is the
Fair.
best mug.
All right. So yeah, they have like a meager breakfast spread for you guys.
Oh, nice.
Like it's not much. It's like we've got some bread and some cheese.
Hey,
That's
food is
about
fine.
it.
I'm not gonna complain about free food.
I've got my own food.
So
I mean, I love meager breakfast spreads.
Yeah.
They're
I was
just,
about to say
just right.
I gave the person who has to deal with Carl coffee because they probably need it.
okay, you do. Do you have
Oh, I
coffee?
definitely drink coffee.
Do you have coffee as well?
Didn't we
Ozzy?
get coffee from the?
Yeah.
from the thing? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys all have it? Ozzy, do
Yeah.
you have it in your new mug? Your mug
Yeah.
mug?
Yeah, my mug.
You, as you
those
begin to
taste like
drink coffee from this mug, you begin to hiccup violently.
Oh God.
Okay.
Like the painful kind. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Ozzy. Ozzy.
What?
Ozzy.
What?
Are you okay?
Nope.
That doesn't look very.
I can't. I need to. I'm gonna go outside. I just walk outside.
Ozzy.
Ozzy, you realize that apparently the mug Carl gave you, the mug inflicts violent hiccups on anyone who drinks from it.
Oh God.
It's a pretty funny gag gift.
You just hear from somewhere where you don't know. It echoes through the spire. You're not sure where. But Carl is watching.
Fuck Carl.
Now I'm gonna be terrified of Carl forever. I'm not gonna keep hiccuping because it's gonna hurt me. So
Terrifying thing is he has a 60-foot fly speed, so who knows where he'll show up next.
Oh God.
Maybe an 80-foot fly speed? I
Well,
don't
I
know.
can too. Now.
Where's the Geodude and Geonid?
Hanging out.
Geodude is petting his rabbit.
Yeah, he's got a rabbit friend.
What's Copernicus doing?
Just eyeing the rabbit.
Okay, I'm gonna go do something else. I don't know. Get ready to leave. We're leaving. We're going to the place. I'm gonna.
You
ready.
like get up to walk away, and he just like pushes a mug off a table. Oops.
I'm like, dude, that's rude.
And he's just like, "You're rude, whatever."
Wow.
And he's like, "Man, I'm a cat. You know that, right? Like this is how I am."
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's just
I
cat
know.
behavior.
I know this is how you are. I've known this.
No, this is. What do you mean? This is how it is. He's just mean.
You don't know. You can't speak rabbit.
You can't speak.
Have you ever owned a cat?
No, but I can hear what Vanan is saying.
That's true.
You can't. No, you can't. You just hear meows.
Yeah, you just hear meows.
Speaking
You
of
just hear meows. You just heard
Jesus
meows.
Christ.
Meow.
Vanan,
Meow, meow, meow.
Stop speaking
Yeah.
to your cat.
The cat, but I can speak with it. So it's a spell. It's magic. It's not. I'm not messing around. And I make a little flower ring and I give it to Igni. And then me and the cat leave.
The fuck did these flowers come from?
It's just like it's like real. It's like very good sleight of hand magic where he's just like, oh, look, flowers. It's like scarves that never end, but flowers from nothing.
I don't trust these.
Flowers. What? How's that even work? The whole brand of magic Ozzy hasn't tapped into yet.
Jesus. Okay.
So what do you guys do? This
Dude, I
episode
guess
is
hiccups
no.
eventually stop,
Yeah,
or,
they
like,
stop when you
hiccup-
stop drink. If you continue drinking from the cup
Oh no, I stop.
to try and stop the hiccups, it just gets worse. But
Yeah, no, I dumped that in the bag too.
yeah, fair.
Fucking hiccups.
God.
Worse.
Man, Carl.
You crazy guy.
You know what's funny? I'm playing an NPC named Carl right now, who is also the hated character.
Is he a bird?
He's not a bird. He's a prepubescent teenage boy.
Well, that'll do it.
Who talks kind of like Morty.
That'll do it.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
Yeah. Excuse me, guys. This is kind of dangerous.
Okay, I say we go say hi to our lich buddy.
Yeah, let's go to the lich.
Not a thing many adventurers say so casually, but in this group,
Egony does not stay. She still does
We
not.
made
like
friends with
the
liches.
lich.
yes.
Oh, you guys all know how excited Lilith is.
Yeah.
I got a present for him now because I'm sure he can make the tentacle work in his favor.
Yeah, probably more so than you.
Yeah.
You could have potentially also had an eye or a hand.
Oh.
You chose option 3, which was the tentacle.
So I could have been Vecna, but no.
And you chose the tentacle.
Yep.
I think one of the other options was like a silver bracelet that lists your allergies. And like your medical issues.
In case you have to call your parents. You up.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That was the other option that you missed out on.
Pretty.
How did Carl find the specific bracelet with your allergies? You don't know.
I would have had to figure out what Ozzy was allergic to.
That's the magic of Carl.
Apparently, it's radiance.
Yeah.
It's just the creepy factor of Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what that actually is. Creepy
So,
factor.
all right, you guys are gonna head over
Creepy
to the Sacred Stone Monastery. It's gonna take a couple days. Anything you guys want to do during those? We'll just call. I'm just gonna spitball it because I don't feel like flipping to the map. So we'll just call it like 2 days, 3 days. Anything you guys want to cover over that time? Want to overlay and travel because you're walking. The only one who has a horse is Lilith.
All right.
Or does Ozzy have a horse? I forget.
I have Phantom Steed that I can summon every so often.
I think it's
Every
horse.
hour.
Every hour as a ritual.
I have Hitchhiker's Thumb.
Yeah, got it.
I have walk.
All right.
I can also teach Igni some more spells.
That's kind of what I
Yeah.
was thinking as we would learn.
We
more
could just
spells.
have a nice general stroll.
Yeah.
Do you want
can
to
walk.
spar a little bit, Lilith? We could do that.
I have some more
Do I
spells I
want
can
to
teach.
what?
Spar.
Spar? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We haven't done that in a while.
We haven't. We can do it while we're walking.
Yes. Let's
A lot
walk
of
and fight.
footwork exercises.
Sick. Spatial awareness.
So Igni, there's some more things I can teach you if you want.
Like what?
Well, you know how you have your dancing lights and they dance and they're really pretty? Yes.
Mhm.
I can make you do the opposite. I can make you make everything really dark.
So
Or I have 2 other options I can show you that are a little bit more advanced. One allows you to make magic disappear,
okay.
and the other lets you lift things with your mind.
Like what kind of things?
Like boulders, people sometimes.
Like big things?
Let's see.
Like
Potentially, yes. Anything
Vanan.
that weighs
Vanan size things?
anything that weighs less than 500 pounds.
Okay.
That's like
I
like
like
4
that.
of me.
I can choose that one.
All right.
Or yourself.
Or yourself. You can lift yourself.
Now this I can fly.
Well, you can lift
You
yourself.
could
I
go
can make you
straight-
fly if you want.
You can go straight up and down.
So
you
it's
can go
like
up and down.
It's
Kind
like
of,
a
yes.
lift.
Yes. You can stand next to a wall and then elevate yourself up and then get to the top. You want that one? You levitate? Okay. I'll try and teach you levitate.
Okay.
This is fun. Do you know what kinds of do you know what I could do if I could make things float?
All right. So, Ozzy, you can make me an Arcana check, and Igni, you can make me an Arcana check.
Oh, this is bad news bears.
I got a 26.
Okay.
That one.
Nice.
First
Yep.
day goes by.
just like you're like, okay, so you can pick stuff up, and she just like picks you up. It doesn't work. Like you're just trying. It's just whatever reason levitate's not clicking today.
To get her in the mindset of lifting and like feeling, understanding what flight is, I cast fly on her so she knows what it's like to fly.
Ooh.
You have a 60-foot fly speed for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Don't go too far. You can fall if it drops when you're in the air.
She goes just far enough that I'm sure she tumbles face first into the ground.
Yeah, so that happens. Second day, you can go
Try
ahead.
again?
Yeah, give it a shot.
Try again. Okay, that's a 12.
You're like you kind of like Chris Angel levitate, like a little bit off the ground, like street magic levitate. You don't actually get to like float all the way, so it.
You just seem concentrated,
And it's just like your 1 foot may have been on the ground, and you just like fake levitate a little bit.
Yeah, I toot a little bit.
You gonna do it?
No. Concentration.
No.
All right, third day, one more time.
Jesus.
Got this. I believe in you.
That
20.
Third day's a charm.
Yeah, you now have unlocked your drow magic ability to cast the levitate spell once per long rest on whatever you want.
My God.
Mark that off of my Igni spell list.
Damn.
So yeah, you basically have the levitate spell at the lowest level, which I think is level 2. And you can cast it on, it's once per long rest, so on whatever you want to levitate. Yourself or people or whatever. And you would also know that basically whatever it does, it theoretically gives it weightlessness and the ability to float up and down, but when acted upon by an outside source, can move. Like you could float up, and then if somebody just pushes you, you go that direction. Or they tie something around your ankle and pull you.
It's almost like anti-gravity, but on the single item.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, like you could cast it on a boulder and just push the boulder. Or like cast it on yourself, float 60 feet up, and then have someone tie a rope around your ankle and just pull you like a kite. Like that works too.
If we wanted
got it. Okay.
If we wanted to like surprise some people, you could lift a boulder up in the air. I can fly up to it, push it ever so slightly over towards them, and then you can drop it, and we drop a boulder on them.
Mm-hmm. Or you could float down from up above.
Right.
Or whatever. Whatever the case may be.
Or we could make a werewolf aerial strike.
I love it. That's awesome.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
A werewolf from the sky. You never expect it.
So cool.
No one expects the sky wolf.
Like a drop bear, but worse.
I want
so 90s, you guys. That's 90s action figure.
I was about to say that is super
super 90s.
So cool.
You guys, give me just 1 sec. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I guess it's just us with the audience.
So
what do we?
So the plan is to get here. Did we leave any bad guys behind, or we cleared this place as well?
No, we cleared this place out.
Okay.
That's right. There's a door at the bottom.
Because this was the one that we went downstairs. There was the ogre and the orcs that we blew up and massacred,
Right.
and then we almost got killed by that.
Right, because
Umber Hulk. Oh my God, the Umber Hulk.
Umber Hulk, and then we almost got killed by the monk woman who.
by the
like,
monk woman.
annihilated
Remember,
us.
I tried to close the door. Bad decision.
Yeah. So then we saw the door, but we cleared out the rest of the place. That was where Lilith got her earth armor because we found the earth dudes with the armor on there. She got her moonstone there.
Okay.
And we just didn't go in the door because we didn't have all the parts, so we just had to go to the door.
Okay. So what now? So I mean, I do not have a standing relationship the way you guys do with this lich, so I trust that you'll get out of him what we need to get out of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, see if he can look at the spear, if he knows anything about it, or how to fix it.
Okay. And then afterwards, we're going to go downstairs. Is that the plan?
Yeah, we're going to go downstairs and then go check out the Earth cult, because I'm sure there's a cult behind the door.
Okay. So, you guys arrive at the Sacred Stone Monastery. Actually, Lilith and Vanan, why don't you guys make me acrobatics or athletics checks for your sparring for the 3 days.
Yes, I'm so good at that. I got a natural 20. Oh my god, that's like a 35.
I got a
Hold on, I got extra
23.
All right, make me just make me like 2 more, one for each day.
32.
Okay.
My second one is not that great. 14.
The second one is a 23. 12 plus 11. And then the last one is a 19 plus. It's a 30.
And Lilith for the last day.
Hold on. Oh my. Well, there they go. That's gone. that rolled real far underneath some.
I hope that wasn't the moonstone die.
No.
I hope this means
those
something.
Don't fit in
I
my,
think this is all my luck for the next month.
Right. Sorry.
Like tomorrow, the train's gonna be late and everything. Huddle.
Yep.
I'm not looking forward to it.
You blew it.
11.
Okay. So remind me, Van, you are proficient in acrobatics?
I have expertise in acrobatics.
Or what about athletics?
I am proficient in athletics.
Okay. And you are proficient in athletics, Lilith, but not acrobatics, if I recall.
Correct.
Okay. So you're really picking up what Lilith is putting down there, Vanan. And this is, I mean, you guys have trained on this in a while. It's been a while. But with this and the continual sparring over the 3 days and, you know, going forward and going backward, you can consider yourself, Vanan, to have expertise in athletics.
Whoa.
And Lilith, you can consider yourself proficient in acrobatics.
Whoa. Tight.
Nice.
Thanks.
Learning from each other, yo.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't taught you guys anything.
Nope. You just been
taught a dance.
Well, she just takes. All she does is take, guys. Igni just takes. She don't give back.
I'm like imagining that like I learn a lot of Lilith's like night training stuff. I don't know any of that. I'm all
It's
self-taught.
super offensive.
And I'm just like, hey, you gotta be more loosey-goosey. Go with the flow of the water.
Yeah, very now.
You know, derivative stuff.
Some Tai Chi shit.
What did you take at level 8, by the way, Brittany, for Lilith's like ability score or feat?
I increased my charisma at 1 point and my my intelligence 1 point.
Gotcha. Cool. Just curious. All right. Very cool. So you guys arrive slightly better trained than you were before. What would you like to do now that you're here?
I've just been like sewing in my off time. I've been sewing bunches of those flowers into my cloak. So my cloak is now just like covered in these like black and purple flowers. Yep. Vanan's feeling very fabulous.
Clearly, he's looking very fabulous as well.
I'm sure I levitate as many times as I possibly can. Or levitate things.
I'm just imagining us making camp and then Ignis floating up into the sky.
I just imagine Lilith on Gremlin, and then all of a sudden, like the scenery just stops moving and Gremlin is floating. And it's like, what the fuck? Lilith's like, Igni!
No, you know what? I probably do it to the cat.
Oh, the cat.
Like every time the cat.
The cat that has wings?
Oh, that's right.
It can fly already.
It would probably be really weird to see.
It would be weird because it's just like, how does this?
Flying.
I don't know. That's a weird thing. If you had wings and winged flight and someone cast levitate on you, would that like fuck with your equilibrium?
It might actually.
Because you're just like, I don't. What is going? What?
I didn't ask for this. This is not
This
a
is
thing.
I don't understand. Yeah. So okay, you guys are there. What would you like to do now that you're here?
Say hi to the lich buddy.
Okay.
I am following in this realm.
All right. So you guys make your way through the front door, things seem relatively the same as they were previously. And you make your way to the right, past a couple of different doors, down and around to the room that you know that leads to Renwick's laboratory. And you guys come in and
Knock on the door.
oh, you knock, okay. And the door just like opens from the inside. And you, as you look inside, you see him there working on things. It's not as crazy as it was before you spent the time teaching him the elemental spectrum, like when he had like all the red strings crisscrossed all over the room
Right.
to try to understand how one element can become another element. And he's like, wow, my favorite people, hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi.
And he beckons you all inside.
How have you been?
Hey, smells good.
And he's like, wow, it's been crazy time. I've enjoyed many spellcasting achievements in your absence. So, it's been well.
Ooh, cool.
Well, that's good.
Oh, I have something for you that you can probably get more use out of than me. And I'll give him the undead tentacle.
And he's like, whoa, tentacle. And he like sniffs and he's like, it's undead.
Yeah, I was given this. Apparently, you might be able to. I mean, if you have like a corpse that you reanimate, you can make a corpse with a tentacle if you wanted to. I don't know.
It's like, it's a good gift.
Oh, wait, I have gift. Geodude, give him your bunny.
And
I
you,
was just thinking that.
and you, he takes the rabbit and he goes, well, it's a rabbit.
No. It is rabbit that believes it is snake.
He puts it on the ground and the rabbit acts like a snake. And he's like, that is absolutely crazy. Never seen a snake rabbit. A snabbit.
I was concerned you were, I don't know, lonely here. So we gift you this
And he's like,
rabbit.
well, you know me so well and my fascination with snabbits, which is now a thing. Right now. Snabbit.
No.
It's our gift to you to assure when you are feeling lonely, you can squeeze his furry body as he slithers from your fingers.
It's really weird. When I talk to him, he thinks he's a snake. Like, I'm not joking. Like, when I cast the spell Speak with Animals, he thinks he's a snake.
He truly does. It's okay. He's just a speech confused.
It's really, really annoying for any animal nearby who understands it.
And Copernicus is just like
like
Yeah.
that, like, you know it. That's a very intelligent cat. He hates it. Can't stand it.
So,
like-
snabbits aside, I just have a question for you that maybe you could have more insight on than I do. Do you know about potentially removing enchantments from items that are magical? Like a portion of an enchantment, not like the whole thing, but like a little bit of it, potentially?
And he goes, well, it's definitely a possibility, but the more powerful the item, the riskier the maneuver.
Hmm.
Do you have such an item?
We have something that's actually kind of powerful that we was trying to see if maybe we can get something taken away from it.
This man see this item.
Show
me.
I'll take the. I guess I put it in my bag.
Okay.
I'll take it out and I'll put it on the table.
And he like pulls out a monocle and puts it in like a jeweler's loop in the socket where the eye was. And like he tried, like it's formatted to fit because there's no real flesh there to really squint to hold the loop in place. And he goes,
He like floats over.
and yeah, and he like looks at it, and then he like looks at you guys, and he takes it out. He goes, "This is just for fun." And he throws it over his shoulder, and he's just like,
Nice.
and he goes, "Wow, this is quite a powerful item. Legendary, in fact, is the way I would use to describe it on a scale of rarity. Because this is tied to a very powerful elemental being.
Oh.
Jan Sibin is his name.
Oh, yes. Jan Sibin.
Yep.
Air elemental prince of some
He
sort.
goes, yes, I believe this has a tie to this creature. I think part of Jan Sibin is inside the spear. The Spock. Like, but that's also a pun, because lightning. It's like, don't stop me if I'm going too fast.
So something along these lines of this amount of power would be probably difficult to remove anything from, I'm assuming.
It goes like, it's not a thing that I couldn't do, but I don't know what you're gonna get at the end. It might be less powerful than it was before.
Vanan, it's your item. What do you say?
I mean,
He goes, they say you can use it. I can tell. This has the ability to rip the fabric of time and open portals to elemental planes if tapped in the right way.
well, that doesn't sound like anything I want to be a part of or have had.
Wait, this weapon can do that?
That's
Well,
what I...
there was that bit.
Like, yeah, they call it a devastation orb.
So
It requires an orb to.
No, it can make one.
Oh,
It's basically, you guys know what a bomb is?
yes.
Imagine a bomb, but of air. Air bomb. Could make those.
It makes a big explosion, I think is what he's saying.
Oh,
At the
air
place.
explosion.
See.
That sounds
Oh.
dangerous.
Ozzy, we may
Yes.
not want to wield this regularly, but could be a useful item in times of your shit and stuff.
That's true. All right. Well, I mean,
Should we hold on to it then?
We should put it back in bag and use it when.
we need to.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
I think
works
it
for
is
me.
too powerful to give to someone else and too powerful to tear it apart from its current state.
It's also a very powerful magical weapon. Should be useful for certain things.
All right. We'll keep it at this for now then. Thank you, though.
Of course. Like crazy items. Clyde will never believe me now.
You solve mystery of Snake Bunny.
Because Snabbit is my new elemental spectrum, if you know what I mean.
What was up with the snabbit?
No,
I
he's-
gave it to him as his
he's-
pet.
He's gonna try to figure it out.
He's gonna try to.
Aw.
Yeah, he's lonely, and the rabbit needed to be somewhere else so we don't drive our pets insane.
He's hanging out with Geonid.
He was hanging out with Geonid, but I don't want the cat to eat it while we're sleeping.
I do think that the Renwick Carradine will enjoy having a weird little critter that needs some psychology.
Do you want to give it to Renwick?
Yeah.
I thought that's what we were. I thought that was the
Didn't
plan.
you
Okay,
already
cool.
give it to him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
Yeah.
beans.
Yeah, keep the rabbit away from the cat and give it to the lich. That works.
Yeah.
trust me, it's as crazy as the fucking lich is, so
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
So I see you're not working on the spectrum anymore. Did you solve it?
He
entirely?
goes, not entirely, but like enough.
Oh.
Because I don't really fight things, so I don't find it the most useful. But now I know I could do it. And knowing
Cool.
is half the battle or something.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, Lilith, is there anything that you want to say before we head out?
Just it's super nice to see you again. Like, how's life? How are your days?
And he goes, they're well as one can be. Because I feel there's some other things in the works. Magics and other powerful things are moving. Aside from Mandusas.
Well, I mean,
That's actually why we're here.
Yeah, Lilith wants to update him on all of the things that we've done.
Okay.
Recently. So she's just like, so yeah, there was this one thing in Waterdeep, and then we had to kind of trick the fucking Thieves Guild and yada yada yada, like water people, and there was dead things floating, and then the compromising positions, and then I tell him about the.
Okay, and he listens well. He's a good listener. You get the feeling that being alive for so long, you kind of have to learn how to listen.
I haven't actually gotten to test this out yet. I'm gonna take my spear. Van is just realizing this, and I'm gonna just throw it across the room into the wall, and I'm gonna see what happens.
Which spear?
I haven't tested my mithril spear because I haven't tested the enchantment. I have no idea how it works or what it's supposed to do.
Which enchantment did you get put on? Or you did so many enchantments.
On the mithril spear, it just comes back to me.
Yeah, it just oh, hang on. Let me look. I just wanted to see real quick. Basically, I just want you guys to know what the bomb would do. It basically makes a windstorm. Is what that makes when the bomb detonates. Yeah, and it takes, I don't know exactly, I have to see. It's a 1 mile windstorm.
Oh shit.
1 mile radius windstorm.
Oh god.
Holy shit.
Which does enough at the end of every 6 seconds, which lasts for, what is it, an hour? Yeah, for an hour this windstorm persists, and any creature that fails a DC 18 Constitution save takes a D4 bludgeoning damage from debris every 6 seconds for the hour in a 1 mile radius. So 2 mile diameter sphere.
Holy crap.
It also is strong enough to uproot weak trees and destroy light structures after 10 minutes.
Wow.
So that's the power of the elemental bomb feature of this weapon.
Damn.
An orb of devastation indeed.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Just so you're aware. Alright, so you had a question about your spear. Let me just see here how this works. And I will tell you. Yeah, it like after you attack, it Mjolnirs right back into your hand. Like it doesn't appear, it flies back.
Oh, that's so much cooler than I thought. I thought it was gonna be like teleport.
It doesn't look like it would do damage.
No, that's just cool.
But it will, as long as it's within the range of the throwing distance of the spear, it will find its way back to you as best it can. But it's not gonna like come through walls.
No, that's awesome though.
All right, so
Cool
let's
beans.
go to the store.
Right, yes. So, alright, you guys are gonna head down to that door downstairs. And that is where we're gonna end for tonight because Brittany has to go. I just saw the clock. So that's okay. Go ahead and do a quick outro and we'll finish talking about the rest of things. So
I gotta go. I'm Brittany from Adventure Maidens. Thank you very much, Ted, for accommodating my tight ass schedule. You can find me on Wednesdays, every other Wednesday after hours, and every other Wednesday of that is going to be regular Adventure Maidens on our Twitch channel /Adventure Maidens. And then on these nights, I play Lilith Helder, the justice-oriented Paladin Azamar. Anyway, thanks. It was fun. You guys have a lovely evening and a happy Thanksgiving.
yes, you too.
Okay, bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. All right, so I'm gonna real quick just change our scene here so we can get everybody I probably should have done this in such a way that didn't completely make the screen go black, but I chose not to do that. So that's the world that we live in. As this is what I wanted. Nope. One sec. Bear with us, internet. We're getting there.
I'm not an internet. I'm Davis.
There we go. Hi. So here's everybody. We're all here in the middle of this Zoom chat window. So, all right. So yeah, that's pretty much where we'll end, guys. I don't think I had too much more to say on the part of Renwick Caradune, aka. Oh, you know what? I did want to say something, although I guess I can just save it for next time. Save it for next time?
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
Okay, that works. So we'll worry about that then. So thank you guys so much for playing. Chelsea, why don't you tell us who you are and where people can find you on the internet?
Oh, I'm up first. Hi, everybody. Sorry, I'm having technical problems. Hi, everybody. I'm Chelsea, also known as Little Red Dot online. I play a ton of tabletop RPGs. Here on every other Monday night, but also on a few other awesome networks. You can find my schedule online on my Twitter to see all the many other networks I play on. And I have recently started launching indie game playtest on my Little Red Dot channel here on Twitch. So you can tune in once a month for short 4-episode campaigns where I playtest brand new RPGs that haven't been seen by the light of day yet.
Very cool stuff. Any exclusive sneak peeks on what's gonna be next? The Witch Girls, right?
I was about to say, yeah, right now I'm running through Capers, thanks to actually a introduction Ted made to a game designer that I've fallen in love with.
Pretty great like
so
that.
if you are into Prohibition, 1920s, gangsters, and superpowers, then you should turn up every Wednesday night because we're doing all that. And then starting in December, we're going to be playtesting the first ever, I say playtesting, it's on the market, but it'll be the first live play of the Witch Girl Adventures, which is a, just what it sounds like. It's a bunch of girls who are witches and they have adventures together and it's going to be fun.
And I think I may have a copy of it, or I never actually requested. They reached out to me and it just wasn't in the cards at the time to do the. Is it like a Hogwarts scenario where they're all out of school, or is it just kind of free range? Or...
So there's a few different scenarios. The idea is like first off, the lore that he has written is beautiful. So he's got like the whole history of like what it is to be a witch in this world, and in essence, witches used to live in tandem with what were known as mundanes or basic, normal people, until World War II, where they felt it would be best to wipe their memory. So witches have wiped the entirety of humanity's memory of their existence, so now they kind of live in more hiding and in secrecy. And yes, so the idea is that you play a witch that is going to school. All witches are required by the Worldwide Witches Council. That's it. By the Worldwide Witches Council to train. So you have to be trained. And the book gives like 20 different schools, and each of the schools have their own aesthetic. Some of them you have to be like born into, some of them are an application based. So what's really cool as a GM is there's a lot of options for like where you choose to set it. So yeah, I'm totally obsessed. And then of course the idea is like witches are trying to keep the mundane world protected, which means they're not supposed to use magic against one another in evil ways, but they're teenage girls, so it's like Mean Girls.
Gotcha.
It's great. I love it. I'm very excited about it.
Very
and my
cool.
cast, I've been making cast announcements, and the cast is really great too. So all
Awesome.
ladies, yep, it should be a lot of fun.
Fantastic. That'll be December?
Yep, that starts next Wednesday.
Very cool. All right. Davis, I'll throw it up. I'll switch in to have you go next. Are you prepared or also unmuted?
Hello, I'm Davis. Good evening. Good evening. I am Davis. I'm here to talk about Dank Dungeons. You should come watch our stuff. We have 2 seasons already on YouTube. We are working hard on season 3, at least Lex is. We're trying to help as best we can. And season 3 is going to be out relatively soon. And then that is really it. You can find us on Dank Dungeons TV for YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. us.
And yeah, if you want to see more from a little bit of Davis and Lex also, it's on my list. I have a schedule of about 20 videos that are in the makes right now for a bunch of different things, which I'll talk about in a second. But Lex appeared in 2 shifts of the 24-hour stream, along with Davis in the last one, playing 2 different characters. So if you want to see that, I will be slowly releasing each shift at the shop as an edited version, cutting out all the kind of startup and breakdown time so that you can just get straight to it. So that will be coming soon. And last but not least, Bucky, how about you?
Hey, I am Bucky. Normally, I play Vendalar Greymire on the Taking Initiative podcast. You can find us on Twitter at TI_pod. Starting on, I believe it is next Monday. Yeah, next Monday, we're going to be entering our final arc for season 1, and then we will be done with Curse of Strahd. And then we are going to be delving into season 2, which I am going to be the DM of, and I'm going to be running Storm King's Thunder, and it's tons of fun. And I'm so excited for everybody to hear it.
It's a good adventure.
It's a lot of fun. Doing some interesting, weird stuff with it, but it's a fun time. Yeah,
it's I've ran through a lot of the Adventure League stuff for Storm King's Thunder. There's some pretty good things in there.
Josh would like that then. He's thinking of running some Adventure League stuff from
if you want to pull stuff in, like I actually pulled I pulled for the one version of it I'm running, that if my friends from home ever freaking decide on a weekend we could finally play another episode, and then like it's all recorded in podcast form, but I don't want to release it and then be like, cool, we're out of episodes now because these assholes never show up. I've got like 8 episodes recorded and edited, and like I was like, what's the cadence? Once a month we release this? We got 8 months to play again. That was like a year and a half ago. So we'll see if that ever comes out. But yeah, I started mine in the Adventures League starter piece, which is cool. Like 1 to 2, I think. It's like 5 mini adventures, which checked out pretty well. So I would recommend, if you're not going to, if Josh isn't going to run it kind of for you guys, I would recommend seeing if you can pull some stuff. There's some pretty unique, interesting characters. There's some really good NPCs that will slot in pretty well into a Storm King's Thunder game.
Sweet.
So
check that out.
All right, and I'm Ted. This is Nerd Immersion. I just thought of a couple other things as the adventure went on today. So a couple, like I said, of things. I talked about sponsors at the beginning, so I won't belabor that. But to Chelsea's point about Craig, aka Nerdburger Craig, aka Nerdburger Games, I just released a video yesterday doing a spotlight on the Kickstarter for Die Laughing, his new RPG. It's got 44 hours left on Kickstarter.
Fucking brilliant.
There is a link to Chelsea's live play of it in the Kickstarter page. I put a link in the chat right now. 44 hours left to go. It's like 500% funded. It's $10 to get the game.
And he has a couple packages where you can get another one of his games.
For $30, you can get Murders, Acquisitions, Capers, and Die Laughing.
You guys, his games. I'm hoping actually to meet Craig Wednesday of this week, because I've never met him in person, only online. We're meeting up for a Friendsgiving, and we invited him. So I hope to get to meet him. But you guys should support his stuff. I adore him. I adore his work. I love it.
I don't know. I don't mean to estimate at anybody's financial things, but if you think that mine and Chelsea's opinions are good on this game, it's literally $10 to get a copy of it. So you're not being out a ton of money to get a digital PDF copy, and it gives you a discount link to get the soft cover physical version as well. And yeah, you can pick up the other stuff. You've got 44 hours left. It's not. There's a bunch of stuff in there. He's been adding new things as time has gone on, and the coolest part is immediately after the Kickstarter ends, you get a rough draft version of it, which is only 72 pages with art immediately at the end of the Kickstarter. And then you'll get the full published, finalized, polished version when it's ready a little bit after, but you'll still have stuff to play immediately after it ends.
And for those of you that don't know what Die Laughing is,
Yeah, go
like in
ahead.
short, it's a GM-less storytelling game where the focus is to create a B-rated horror movie. So everybody gets a chance at the table to be the director of the scene and then the lead character, and you don't even have to make character sheets; they come pre-made for you. Like it's meant to be a prepareless game. It's brilliant. I love them for one shots. Super duper duper cool. And who doesn't love like cliched stereotypical B-rated horror movies where you play the like back-asswood hillbillies fighting the jock cheerleader and the cop, and like it's too much fun for words. The game is just so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, if you like horror tropes and that kind of stuff, like, oh no, our cell phones aren't working, the lights went out, I tripped while I was running through the woods, that kind of stuff. The car won't start. Like, this is for you. Like, that's what this is.
And the whole point is for everybody to die in the end, because like no B-rated horror movie is complete if somebody's left alive.
Pretty much, yeah. So it's, if you like that kind of stuff, which is, if you know me, I go into a long description about my childhood in the video. Not a long description; it's a short video. But that's my wheelhouse, right? That was all I did growing up. That was my birthday from like 13 to like 22 when we stopped like doing regularly birthday things, since my birthday's in the summer. That's all I used to do, was just like, let's go to Blockbuster when that was a thing and rent a bunch. Like, I'd go through the aisle and be like, this looks awful, whoop, that's coming home with me. And then we'd go watch awful movies and then get drunk and watch movies all night and laugh at how bad they were. And now people do that on the internet and they have thousands of followers for basically doing just that. Yep. And I'm like, I missed my calling. That was it. But so I will be, again, I said at the beginning, I'll be at PAX Unplugged. So if you guys are there, come say hi. I don't know how many dice and dice bags I will have to give away, but I have some. So if you're first come, first serve, you'll get a copy of those. I'm also now on a stream on Wednesday. Now I joined a stream with some friends. Kugo the Mighty, who was in the 24-hour stream, he's a big CSGO and other variety streamer. He started a new channel called The Mighty Dungeon, and I'm playing over on that channel. My character got introduced last week, although I did sit there for 4 hours and was only playing for the last 45 minutes, so that was fun. But anyway, I'm in that stream, so that's every Wednesday now at 8 p.m. Eastern time. At least it's going to go to like the holidays, and then we're going to be done. And we'll see what happens from there. But I'm a player playing an elf cleric, so that'll be fun. And I do have a bunch of content coming out for all the new books that were released. But what's really cool is you guys seem to really latch onto my unboxing review of the limited edition versions of the game. If you guys saw, there's the limited edition, very shiny foil covers of the Player's Handbook, Monster Manual, and Dungeon Master's Guide. They're very pretty. And a lot of people are like, wasn't going to buy a game before, or buy the books before, but now I will because they're shiny. So I would recommend checking those out at your local game store. They're supposed to be hobby store exclusive, but you can buy them on Amazon. So for the same price. So I don't know.
Yeah, but you should support your local hobby store.
You should. But if you don't have one.
Okay, yeah, if you don't have one, that's
different. Are they any more expensive than the original ones?
Yeah. It's, I think, $150 for the 3 books in a box with the DM screen reincarnated. But it's all the Hydro 74 foil art. So it's not too much more.
For all 3 books, though.
And the screen.
And the screen. Yeah, that's reasonable.
And what's most interesting is it comes with the most recent published version of the errata that's in the November 2018 errata that was just released. They have that in it.
Okay.
But nice. It's important because not only does it cover all the stuff that you may have missed in older versions, but the new stuff has some pretty big things, like how the Polearm Master feat now affects spears, which it never did before. So you're muted, Davis.
I'm not muted. You're muted.
Fair. I hadn't thought of that.
Yep, exactly. And now you have, and you feel foolish. But what would you say about the Polearm Master?
You know, the Polearm Master feat, as of this new errata, now affects spears.
What?
So you can bonus action attack with a spear, and if someone enters your range with a spear, you can make an opportunity attack.
Oh.
So that's a new thing they just added. Paladin damage now caps out at 68 as opposed to 5d8. Like they upped like the attacking bonus for a lot of things got changed. A purple worm's attack bonus got upped from +9 to +14 on their attack rolls.
Holy shit.
So they were way off on what it was supposed to be. Like that kind of stuff is out there. And then a lot of things that people could be real sticklers for if you read the rules as written. Like how it says it takes an action to read a scroll.
Yeah.
But if the scroll's a bonus action, shouldn't it be a bonus action? But if you read it as it's written, a bonus action spell off a scroll takes an action to cast.
Right.
They fixed that kind of stuff.
That's good.
So, worth checking out. And again, I'm not even touching on literally all of the other things that have existed in the past that have since been updated. Oh, Beastmaster Rangers. Now the level 7 ability in the player's handbook makes their attacks magic. Like, Beastmaster Rangers in the player's handbook never had that, ever. Magical attacks. And now they're just like, oh, yep, here you go. But it brings up my point in that I go over in the videos that aren't out yet but will be out. What's the right answer, right? If you show up at a table and you have the newest version of the book and you're playing with a DM who has an older version of the book, who's right?
Yeah.
Am I right because I have the newest printed version of the book? Is the DM right because they're the one in charge? If I have this book with the errata printed as a page in the front, like, this is the problem with physical printed things. Like, if this was a game, you'd just patch it, and then there would be nothing else.
Right.
Or if Wizards would give you PDFs when you buy a book, then you'd have that. Or give you the D&D Beyond version for free, but that just costs more money. So, it's more money they can get. So, which, by the way, I will throw it out to you guys, and then we'll end it, I promise. We're going to, in a way, we're going to still keep everything the way we've been doing, but I started it with some of my other streams, setting up D&D Beyond character sheets for all of the characters. And because...
I was about to say, I've already got mine.
Because D&D Beyond has a Twitch extension that integrates to Twitch, so you can mouse over it and see everybody's character sheets in D&D Beyond. But, like, if you go into D&D Beyond and update your HP... like, it updates it live on the overlay, so people can see
really
it.
Cool.
So we did it with Rise of Tiamat last week. We tried it, and like, it also helps because I can see everybody's character sheets, and like, we're like, oh, look, you forgot to get a cantrip, and you forgot to do this thing, and you forgot like all these things people were missing that they just haven't had because they didn't know, and it's just like, oh, you have this, and this.
I've got so many spells and cantrips to keep track of now.
Exactly. So this would have it would be like, here, choose them. So
I had to prepare 6 spells from either class.
Well, no, you have to do it from both.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I have to prepare 6 total different
You did
spells.
this to yourself. I hope you realize.
I did this to myself, but it's also really interesting because I have every cantrip. I have 10 cantrips. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't actually have 10. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8.
Anyway, with that, Internet, we're going to let you guys go. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks' time.
I didn't even know we were still live.
We haven't stopped. We're still going live.
Yeah, we've just been chatting. You know?
Oh, okay.
This is just a Q&A / bullshitting session. Also, if you guys haven't picked up Pokemon Let's Go and you have a Switch, you should go do it because it's amazing.
Yeah, I should do that.
I will never... I hate it and I love it. I hate it and I love it. And the way I equate it to is Pokemon Let's Go is the 5e of the Pokemon world, whereas like old Pokemon is 3.5, and this is the 5e version. So if you like simplified, easier things where things are nice and concise and easy to learn, that's the way to go.
Yeah, I want to get it, but I'm also holding myself out for Smash.
But like, you can get this little Pokeball controller, and like, this is a control stick. So like, you can use this to just control. Like, there's the B button up here, and this is also clicks. This is the A button, and then like, this is your whole controller. You don't even have to touch the Switch. You just use this thing.
Pretty cool.
The heart.
and you're like, oh, let me. And you catch Pokemon like you do in Pokemon Go, but you're like, I could just be like, and I just do that, and it throws the Pokeball.
That's cool.
It's a pretty good time. Also, with this one, it comes with a Mew on it. Like, you get a Mew on the Pokeball, you can just transfer it. And you can also transfer your Pokemon to it. And then, like, if you carry this with you when you walk around, and then transfer them back. I did this my Eevee game 9 levels.
Oh, shit. That's cool.
So, yeah. I think it's just me and you, though, because it looks like the other two froze.
I think Davis is still there.
Oh, he is. Looks like Chelsea froze.
Davis is still there. Chelsea's frozen.
I'm here.
I could tell she was just very dour.
Yeah.
And, like, not moving.
Yeah. Chelsea's
So,
frozen.
are we continuing this game when Brittany goes to Germany for like 4 months?
She hasn't actually talked to me about that, so...
Yeah.
Because it kind of sounded like she was saying today that she
there
was
she
going to be
goes.
playing it all.
So, that was something else I wanted to bring up, but we ended later. And we're still live. So we're going to end this now. Internet.
Oh, we're still live?
We're still live.
We are.
We're
We
still-
haven't left yet.
We haven't left. I haven't done an outro, man. So anyway, we're going to go. If you guys missed it and you want to see it, I'm going to rebroadcast this immediately after we end. So if you want to catch over from the beginning, you can do that. So for real now, we're going. Goodbye. Davis, we're going offline.
Goodbye, everybody.